I thought it would too. So I have to be careful from when I use it.
Just sell it. You're a fucking con artist. Sell it for one that does.
Guys, I just want to point out that while we usually hold our sessions on Saturday, since I started streaming, this is actually the 13th part to our streaming, and yesterday was Friday the 13th.
Ha.
Yeah. Which is a
That's
fact I
nice.
enjoyed heavily.
The
That being
universe aligned, so that would happen, I suppose.
Yeah. It's freaking great. It's probably a sign this is going to go horribly wrong. For our characters, not for us. We'll be fine.
I think the feeling he has is rabies setting in.
Yes.
Because he got bit by a feral cloak.
But I didn't get bit by a feral cloak. Draken did.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't talking about you. Do you want to get bit by the feral cloak? You could try to wear it.
No, I'm good. I kind of want to check out the robes, but I feel like I can wait till gameplay starts for real.
Oh, what did you think about my description for the change, Dave?
I mean, as far as it affecting your sword, I mean, like, I wish you would have talked to me about that before you just, like, up and posted that, because that's kind of, like, outside the realm of what the, like, draconic marking is supposed to be. So, like, I'm kind of still thinking on that. Because the mark is supposed to be a physical manifestation on your body.
I was thinking about that, and I couldn't find a way for a lesser dragon to overpower what Bahamut has given to me.
I feel like, if we're being honest, if you did gain, like, something from that, it would still come out as holy just because you have Bahamut's blessing. But I could just be thinking of it from a rules point of view as well, so I don't know. Thematically, it makes sense that Bahamut himself would kind of overpower some dragon you found in a cave somewhere. I know I'm underselling the dragon here, but it is comparing it to Bahamut, you know? I don't know.
Because I don't think it would be able to manifest scales on my body without those being overpowered immediately.
Did the scales do anything? I thought they were just for flavor.
They were just visual. But I just don't see them overpowering what he gave me already.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's going to completely overwrite your entire body, but remember, draconic magic is very ancient magic. While yes, Bahamut is, you know, deific, I don't necessarily know how much influence over that he's going to have. And depending on your perspective, you know, a draconic marking could very much be like a badge of honor that's physically on your body, that you have conquered another one of, you know, Tiamat's creations.
I was mulling around another idea that was less extreme. And that is, there are periodic black and purple wisps inside the mist that resonates off Strom's eyes.
That's actually really cool sounding.
I would agree. I think that actually sounds better than, like, trying to modify your sword. Because, like, what happens if you replace the sword or whatever, you know, now that, you know, sensation of magic is lost and you're associating the magic with the weapon rather than with your entire being. Or, you know, if you really wanted to do something symbolic but still significant, you know, the scales around the ring of his neck, you know, the manifestations of the draconic powers, I mean, other than the fact that, you know, you were literally growing scales first, being the first manifestation, the second one from the black dragon, it could literally be like a black, just a single black scale. And as you kill more dragons, they start filling out in a line like a necklace. You know, almost like a trophy necklace.
Like a kill count on your neck.
Right. That if somebody were to see that, they're like, oh, this dude's done some shit.
He comes outside one day and he's just pure, like, black, shadowy. Because we've killed so many dragons. For every scale that turned black, I've killed one dragon, and someone just goes, "Holy shit!" Single-handedly wiped out the dragon population.
I don't know why, but I view that as like tainting my platinum scales. I don't know why.
I mean, it
You
is
could-
kind of tainting innately, isn't it?
What it could
That's kind of the thing, is that the draconic magic, it's like a backlash. You know, think about it like you're destroying a primordial force in the world, and without there being any way to contain the magic, and you guys being the closest source of something. Because when a dragon sets up its lair, the world around it for a mile or more, depending on the age of the dragon, it physically starts to change, you know, depending on the type of dragon that it is. So consequently, when you suddenly release that magic, your body is being just lambasted with magical energy. So I wouldn't really consider it a tainting. I mean, you could probably call it that. But at the same time, you know, if you're making an argument for the magic not manifesting on your person, the same argument can be made for the draconic powers not being incurred, because you're receiving that because of the magical backlash. That there is some kind of something gained from something being lost in the world. That magic is seeking to attach itself to someone else, and it's manifesting as a mark and granting you some kind of boon in the process.
Oh, Joey's still awake.
So,
Mr. Ush, will you sleep?
let's see here. Oh, that would be interesting. So the backlash of killing. So let's say the backlash of killing a adult shadow dragon allowed the other two to manifest on me as well, and that begins to form the necklace across my neck.
Right. So that way you could
Okay.
have that, you know, there's a black spot there first, and then directly next to that there would be, like, in
The
this
white
case,
one from Arangion.
well, Arangion is actually where your scales came from. That was why you were
Right.
manifesting the scales in the first place. So your entire body is literally the living embodiment of the death of that dragon. Then you would have the black one, and then now you would have the Shadow Deep Dragon. So in this case, it would probably be a violet scale.
Yeah, so it'd probably be a black and purple one.
Yep.
That had formed on my neck.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a two-tone scale, like maybe it's black with like a purple tint to it, and as it like gets closer to the center of the scale, the violet or purple gets brighter, kind of has like a gleam to it, while still having the platinum effect. So these scales still shine and, you know, turn it into more of a trophy.
Hmm.
Because make no mistake, this is not the last dragon I'm going to have you guys fight.
Oh, I wouldn't expect it to be.
It is Dungeons and Dragons after all.
I know. And I like fighting dragons.
Every time we fight a dragon, I almost get my ass kicked by a kobold until this one, and then I got banished for my troubles.
Although after the last dragon combat, I am going to have to go back to the drawing board on strategy and difficulty, because you guys are trivializing things in a rather unexpected way, so...
I mean, it seemed like we fought the dragon pretty well, honestly.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely fought the dragon very well. You guys took a reasonable amount of damage, you know, but considering what the challenge rating was for this dragon versus the damage output that you're doing, you know, I'm still kind of like feeling things out at the high end. So don't be surprised if your next major combat is might be tilted a little less in your favor.
Not
He's gonna
Chill.
fucking drown him in legendary effects.
Oh no, I'm not going to do something like that.
He's just gonna make us fight 8 of these dragons.
He's gonna one-shot Risen entirely next time.
Yeah, instead of him taking 92 damage, he'll just take all of the damage. How much damage did he take? Enough to kill him 3 times over.
How
What?
much damage did he take? Yes.
He's gone by.
He was disintegrated, and even true resurrection will bring this motherfucker back.
I mean, honestly, had he actually died to the breath weapon, the only way to bring him back at that point would have been a wish spell.
Of course.
Because he would have been turned into a shadow.
Oh, he'd have killed all of us. Except for maybe Dracus and
Yeah, that would have been brutal.
the 2 barbarians in Savannah.
I don't think I would have died.
No, you probably would have stood the best chance of not getting absolutely obliterated.
I mean, yeah, you have that really freaking jacked AC. That's fair. I would be dead because I have no AC.
I got blasted
But-
by that fucking thing point blank, and everybody else got fucking clipped by it.
I never got touched.
I
Yeah,
got
you just
swiped
happen to be in
once.
the. You just
No, I
happen to be in the right
specifically
place.
didn't get near the head because fuck that shit.
Well, the
I
thing
stayed
turned
off
towards
to the
me.
side. I stayed off to the side so we could keep the bonus I was giving everybody by just me moving to that position.
You
gave
two look
us
like you
fucking
needed to
advantage.
get closer, so I just let it happen.
Yeah, I was gonna stay back, and then Risen went back in. So shit, here I go too. Gonna get
I
myself
mean, he's
fucking
not going to
killed
sit
for
there
your
and leave
dumbass.
you guys to, fight on your own.
I'm not saying I don't understand. I'm saying that I'm worried about him. Okay. I'm even invested into this shit.
Defense and sacrifice are part of his character.
That's true. On the subject of character choices, if you look at the art of the AI picture we made, he has those red lines under his eyes. I like the idea because they could be like kind of minimalistic like claws coming in around his eyes. And then I was thinking like where I'd seen that before, and I was watching a video on Edge Runners when I realized that's just Lucy's fucking makeup. Theris is pretty. I thought that would be funnier.
What would be funnier, that he's pretty?
You really
The-
not?
I thought, damn, he has this like cool mark, but it reminds me of something. I realized it reminds me of Lucy's makeup from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And I was like, oh, he's just wearing makeup. He's a pretty boy.
What,
You get
Ferris?
pegged in the ass.
You can
He's
still
not
be
wrong.
butch and get pegged in the ass. It's just not as likely.
Let's be honest though, is Theris any kind of like butch designed character?
Absolutely not. No, he is. He is that stereotypical like pretty boy elf, absolutely, and fucking submissive to a fault.
And
Yeah, you're
you know
role-playing here.
absolutely that there was probably an opportunity, when you and Risen were younger, he comes knocking on the door, like, hey, let's go do a thing, and he just kind of like, it's one of those moments that it's like, I caught you in the middle of, doing adult things, and it's like, hold on a minute. So he's not at all surprised by what you're doing with Soak, that it's like, oh, this is just par for the course. This is just him. Let him do him.
Opens the door.
Or rather,
Oh, hey,
let him be done by someone else.
He sees me, just remembers what Ophelia was like, and is like, this tracks. Because what do you think I got it from?
Jesus.
No, real
They
talk.
changed-
She
they
was
updated
a big
the
help to him when he was
Oh,
young. He
no,
had
god
issues.
damn it.
You didn't have the internet like I did.
Oh, no. I just had a
Why are
horrible
we-
thought.
No,
What's up?
what?
Okay, so, like, you're saying that he's the stereotypical, like, pretty boy, elf, submissive to a fault. Like, I can just
submissive is
imagine...
more me, but yeah.
Right, but I could just imagine, like, Ophelia coming home from, like, a rough day at work, and she's just like, she wants some. And, Theris is, like, kind of on the fence about it, and then he sees what she's getting at, and she's like, oh, I don't really want that one. He's like, damn it, Theris, this is the one that I picked, and this is the one we're going to use.
Absolutely, 100% believe when he walks in on me and Sorak, he's just like, well, this is not the first time this has happened. I really wish it would be the last. Because he walked in and... he found
Or,
out.
Theris just looks at him, and he just rolls his eyes, like, seriously, this isn't the worst thing you've caught me doing.
he just has flashbacks to the first time he walked in on Theris and Ophelia.
Right, his eye just starts
shudders.
twitching. He
He's
shudders and just walks out.
He faces dragons with no fear, remembers that, and no, and leaves.
You know what? That is what Rizen's like odd fear is. It is like knocking on Theris's door, not knowing what the fuck is going on behind that door. That is his weird, like, you know, of like all the things that he has faced, all the things that he has done, all of the like crazy brave shit he has done. He is terrified to knock on Theris's door and find out what is potentially going on in there.
I feel no man, but that thing, it terrifies me.
Exactly.
I'm 100% down for this. This is so fucking good. I love fucking this dynamic they have with their best friends. Like, you would think Risen would scare Theris, which, by the way, he fucking does. If he was coming at me with intent to kill, I would be dead. There would be nothing there. I could run. That's it.
Just throw a banana peel on the ground.
Oh. My only saving grace is that I can use Far Step, which gives me 60 feet of distance to teleport. I can use it once per round for a minute. So I can port 10 times, move 30, and moving 30 feet in between each port, and pray that Risen doesn't keep up.
And then at the end of that, you're just gonna collapse exhausted.
And then he'll kill me. Yeah, there's not. I'm not. I'm telling you, Risen would kill me if he wanted to.
Probably.
But Risen is scared of Theris in their own.
But the second he
way.
starts to attack you, just pull out a dildo and drop your pants.
Huh. Oh no, my one weakness.
Why do you assume Theris carries a dildo with him?
Of course he does.
What? No, he doesn't. I do not have that written in my backpack on my character sheet. I do not have.
That's why you picked the rapier.
No.
Like the handle.
No, fuck no! I gotta put my hand there. I don't have
Yeah,
sanitation.
you put your hand there too.
No. Theris,
There we go.
That is...
That's his favorite kink. He likes having a woman use him like a puppet.
Yeah.
Hey, Theris, what are you doing today? Well, I'm doing okay.
Sound weird.
Get your hand out of my ass. I'm not a muppet.
It's because I got a hand up my ass. She's tickling my nutsack from the inside.
That sounds like bad.
I can't believe I came up with that. I didn't.
She's gonna pull your nuts are just gonna slowly suck in.
She's tying she's giving you a vasectomy from the inside.
Yeah, you came back to
finding out
Joey's
Theris
kink.
has one fear, and it's knocking on Theris' door, not knowing what's on the other side. Oh fuck! I feel like Theris has absolutely has rope burns on his fucking wrists.
Oh, 100%. That is a whenever Soak is within like a standard travel day, constant rope burns.
I 100% believe that when I buy those like bracers, their armor defense, they're gonna go from like they're gonna be kind of like the fingerless link gauntlets, but a little more slim. And the whole reason is so he'll have protection on his wrists. The fact that it makes him harder to hit was a nice bonus. I'm going forward. Speaking of, I want to run something by you, Dave, real quick. Since I can now use my packed weapon as a magic cast because of the bonus I took, could I flavor my rapier to kind of function just like a red mage's, where I use a crystal to kind of channel the magic, but it's technically a part of the weapon?
I mean, that's entirely up to you how you want to manifest that.
Well, the main reason I ask is because the crystal is technically separate. Like when you're using it as a weapon, the crystal's in one hand, the sword's in the other. When you cast, you combine them and cast. And I wanted to see how you felt about that, if it was cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have some kind of gem or something like that you could use to mount on that. So maybe as part of your packed weapon attunement, or you know what? Yeah. There you go. There's the answer right there. During your packed weapon attunement, the gem manifested somewhere on the weapon.
Okay. I should send you a picture of because I remember I posted the picture of the rapier my character uses, but there's a crystal that goes with it, of course. I don't kind of want it to look like that too, because they match. I'll find out work for it later, or actually I'll just do it now before we start. What?
We're the same now.
Oh, cause fight me, slut.
Yeah.
Could I change mine to come at no, because I'm the whore. Someone else should have come at me, whore.
Fine. Hold on.
Joey, I will have you know that you are now responsible for 3 of the 3 subnames attached to everybody in this server.
Where's the other subname? I only see me and him.
Why do you think I'm known as Professor Kex in the server?
Oh.
That was me.
I was
Was
just gonna
that
say
you?
that was not
No.
me. Yeah, that wasn't.
I know Joey was involved in the conversation because
I was
it had to do with
involved,
the
but I wasn't
stupid
the one that
fucking
came up with
X-Men
that.
meme, and
Yeah.
you guys were just riffing off of that, and then I seen Professor
wasn't even
Kex, and I'm
there.
just like, oh my god.
And then I said that. That's all I remember.
All I
was
know is that
reading
it was solid gold because you guys are kind of like establishing that like even though Xanatos is an NPC in the campaign, he's just kind of like the pictorial image of what the DM looks like. So it's like, yeah, I guess if you take all the characteristics of Xanatos, Professor Kex is probably the right nickname to go with.
Yeah, I was for sure involved in the conversation, but I didn't come up with that. That was definitely Jacob.
Oh, okay. So you're 2 of
I'm
3.
responsible for 2 of 3, which is fair.
You gave me inspiration for that, and I never used it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did give you inspiration for that.
Man, this is the worst. I can't remember the name of that damn sword. It's in French.
I've been trying to make Strom's fucking sword for like the last 2 days. And I fucking
Oh,
Dude, trying to make a
Making-
sword in the Bing AI art is a massive pain in
ass.
the ass.
Dude,
Especially if you
fuck
have a-
trying to make an axe.
All I get is the fucking crossguard and like half the blade, and that's it.
That being said, though, the axe you came out with is really cool.
Yeah. Dude, you have no idea how many images of the axe he made and sent to me that he's like, these are really close. These are really close. I have no idea what the fuck this is, but it's kind of cool looking. This is really close. This is really close. Like, this went on for like almost a week. And I'm just like, dude, you're subtly getting closer. It's like you're sitting here with the gambler's fallacy, like, I will eventually get what I want.
Well,
I did.
Since the only thing he put into it is a little bit of time, putting a little more isn't so bad. And he got it in the end, so it was worth it, I think.
Sean, I'm still having connection problems.
Oh no.
I tried. I can't solve your problem. Wait a minute.
Alright, so real talk, this image is really tiny, but it's the closest one I can find without booting my game and looking at what the damn sword's called. I'm gonna put this under character images.
Also, Dave, fuck you. Them Premier Proteins made me not eat all day yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, that is the best breakfast ever.
I didn't want to eat this morning. I was hungry, and I'm just like, nah, fuck that.
I mean, that's why I have that for breakfast. I go to work, I come home, I have a protein bar for lunch, and then by the time I get home from work for the day, it's like, yeah, I could actually, like, eat a meal, but then again, it's like I'm also not, like, super hungry.
And then he shits out a brick later because of all the fiber.
Oh, no, there's actually, like, not a shitload of fiber in that. If anything, like, if you're not used to consuming high amounts of protein throughout your diet, you will shit your whole ass every morning. And probably, like, 3 times a day.
Ooh. I didn't pay attention to this one. I'm retarded. Hold on, where is it? Ooh, that one looks really cool.
I did post
I didn't even
the
notice, but that one looks
I did
cool.
post the image. It's a little small, but that's essentially what the sword and crystal looks
Oh,
like.
okay, I see what you're getting at there with the, like, crystal being the sub part of it.
Yeah, I mean when you
So
and when
it
you
would
when
almost
you
be
go
like
to
an
cast-
ion stone.
Kind of, yeah. When you go to cast it, essentially you put the blade down and you slot the crystal at the base of the hill, and it becomes like a staff that you can cast from. It's really cool.
This just sound like a fucking trick weapon. Fucking Bloodborne.
It's the idea is that the red mage, instead of using the ether around them to cast magic, they use their own.
It's not.
And since your own, you can't cast really powerful magics with your own ether, otherwise you'll drain it too quickly and die. They use a crystal to enhance it, so they can cast really powerful spells with very little ether, which is reflected in the gameplay. They have the lowest cost amount for all their spells, minus the revive spell. Because of that, they also don't have any regeneration as well, because they like the other ones. They don't have a regen spell, anyways.
Mhm.
But because they focus on both swordplay and magic, having a weapon like that kind of works for them. I think it's a cool concept, and it's why I'm reflecting it here too, if I can. But they're definitely both part of, like, they slot together. They're basically the same weapon, so I can summon them if I need them. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping.
None of that.
The effect, cool. I think would only show up when I'm casting with it. In this case, my version of the sword doesn't even have that effect. I have to level up the sword itself to actually get it, and it's just not worth it at this point to level up that sword. It takes so fucking long.
Oh god.
And yeah.
Okay, these are both cool, Dave, but they wouldn't work, but they are still cool. See, I do that. They're cool. Fucking kill me.
No, I
You talking about
refuse.
ducks?
You are the only one that can kill me. I mean that quite literally.
Who is he talking to?
Dave.
Oh, okay.
Why,
It was either that or Cat.
No, he said Dave, so.
Oh no, I'm saying before he said I wasn't sure. I was like, well,
Yeah,
like
no,
when you
no,
said
no,
that
no, the
too.
thing is, I was responding to him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That's why I asked.
The hell? Oh, what in the hell is that? Ah! If I wanted Assassin's Creed, I would have said Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so let's see. What else do we still have to sort out? Because we kind of like latched onto this idea of doing a session this weekend instead of next weekend because schedules were aligning. I don't think we've got the loot fully sorted yet.
No, not yet.
I thought we were
Most
going to
just
do
the gems
most
and
of.
shit.
I thought we were going to do most of the sorting once we got back to town. We were just doing the big items here.
Well, I mean, the assumption was that during your, 6 to 8 hour long rest that you guys were kind of like sorting through loot, counting coins,
Oh,
yada,
okay.
yada, yada.
I thought I didn't know we were taking a long rest. I thought we were still just doing a short rest. And
I mean,
continuing.
I might be, pardon me if I'm railroading you guys a little bit on this one, but my assumption was, if I'm remembering this correctly, is that once you guys attained the item that Camarillo was looking for, the idea was that Ziggy would teleport you guys back using teleportation circle to bring you back to the temple in Luskin. Because that's like just down the street from One-Eyed Jack's.
I am fine with that.
You blade songed.
Like I said, I might have misheard. This was like 2 sessions ago, so...
Nah,
I don't remember what our exact plan was. That sounds reasonable. I'm cool with it.
I mean, I know during character inception you pick that spell because it's like, oh yeah, we could teleport places. I'm like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And it's like, oh, well, this seems like a perfect opportunity for that. So I don't know if that conversation
Leave that
actually
shit
happened or, my brain made that connection and then I never said anything. So
I
But
don't
hey,
know. We could always just ask. Have you guys
totally
want
up
to
to you
TP
guys.
back? Or do you want to walk back?
Oh, god damn it.
What?
Oh, there's I'm going through a couple things. You guys are good.
Well,
Mm,
anyone have any input?
I know he sees it.
I'm
That
ready-
sounds about right to me.
I'm ready to go as long as the fucking gold gets sorted between everybody and all that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at this point the only things that haven't been like claimed from the loot pool are the luck blade.
I thought Bree wanted that.
I thought she was going for the dagger. The dagger.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the luck blade, the mace of smiting, cape of the mounting bank, scroll of protection, scroll of summon celestial. I don't know what you guys are doing with the potions. If you're just gonna pitch them into the like group pool of stuff, or if somebody wants to take them.
I don't need them specifically. I feel like the potions stuff are probably better in the group pool.
Yeah.
More likely.
Unless you're like off buying your own potions and shit.
Which that is always a potential possibility. But if you guys are just kind of looking at the other items, like, I don't really know if I like want that thing, or you don't know if you're going to be able to use a particular thing, or if you're like, maybe just sell it. You know, that's stuff that can be dealt with as well.
Where's that list of gear?
Yeah, I don't know if the luck blade's like good for me or not.
The luck blade is like all of its positive effects benefit you just by having it on your person, so you don't even need to wield it.
Damn.
I believe it's in the player notes, Sean.
Yeah, it's in the player notes a little bit further up. I can pin it if that helps.
Probably
luck
really
blade?
should.
Not that far up. No, just the list of loot.
There you go.
Oh.
I got it pinned. But in total, as far as the gold count goes, in terms of the simplest derivative, you guys have 4,050 platinum pieces to spread out amongst you guys.
Oh, you said 4,050?
4,050 platinum pieces to be divvied up amongst 8 people.
That's a lot of money.
That's about 506.25 per person. Roughly.
Well, I mean, we could always try and make it even, and whatever's left over can be put in the group bag.
That's
Hey,
what you guys
not a
are
bad
doing.
idea.
How about 500 per person, and the 6.25 go in the group? I don't fucking know. Or you could drop 100 and go 106 in the group pool and 400 per person, so that way at least the group pool's getting a decent amount in there.
Well, I mean, if you guys go with 500, then that's going to be, well, at the very least, that's going to be 6 times 8. That's going to be 48 platinum pieces that'll go into the group pool, and then the 0.25, that'll be another that will be exactly 50 platinum pieces that will go into the group pool. If you each take 500.
Not only
500
that, but
gold.
once I buy the bracers, I'll probably donate whatever I have left too. So
Say that again,
That's
Jacob?
up to the player. Sorry.
I just said 500 gold.
Platinum pieces. So 5,000 gold, but
Oh, I thought I misheard. I thought you said we had 400 platinum. Never mind. I misheard a while back. I understand now.
The dragon had a shitty horn, only 500 gold.
No, I thought I had 500
I'm
plat, and I thought we were trying to split the gold. It doesn't matter what I thought. I understand now.
So just to confirm, we got 500 plat each, right?
that's,
Are we adding this to our thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
this
just
would be
wanted to-
added to your
Just
character
wanted to
sheets.
confirm before I wrote it on my sheet. Got a little confused.
Yeah, so you guys probably have like leftover platinum pieces or whatever, but you can add that to your finances.
Dave, could you add it for me?
Yes, I will be able to add that for you.
Thankfully,
Because I'm still having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
On the line
her
of-
Steam, her
Oh,
Steam
go
Deck
on.
doesn't want to do it right. That's it. Sorry. That's
I was just gonna say, should I add the robe to my thing? How do I do that?
That is the other thing. I can handle that for you guys because I can very quickly get to that for you.
Did someone take the mace, too?
I don't think anybody took the Mace of Smiting yet. Okay, since I already have your character sheet open. Okay.
I'm guessing all the scrolls are going to be in the group thing, too, right?
That seems useful. I mean, I don't think anyone's claimed any of them except for the helm.
I was just gonna say I know Owen's wanted the helm one, but I think that was it.
My character isn't really too preoccupied with, shall we say, material gains.
It's
Only
true,
if they
neither am
benefit his
I.
AC pool, which is fair.
Hey,
That
that's
was
the
more
trouble.
just like, that will make me really hard to kill.
Yeah, exactly.
And considering the literal first adventure I ever went on with you guys, we fought a dragon. Yeah, I want that.
Probably should put the beat of force in the group pool too. In the group bag. If no one's gonna claim that one either.
What did that do again?
Right, it's a Pokeball, and there were a rolled amount of beads on there. I believe there were 6 beads, is what I rolled
Oh,
for.
okay.
So as far as like on the little cord of beads, there are 6 of them.
Maybe we should have caught the dragon if we found that first.
Kill me, Dave.
6 beads of varying sizes.
What the hell is that?
What?
John,
What to do?
could I try and... could I try and, get on your Wi-Fi so I can see if it is actually just my data that's being cut?
I don't see why yours would get cucked, but go for it. It's alright. I just,
I need
my
the
outburst
password.
was because come here.
How much gold do we get then?
500?
Yeah, it's 500 platinum pieces or 5,000 gold.
Oh, right. Never mind.
Dave, I need you to answer a question because I'm still doing some generation and it threw this at me. There's
Oh, no.
that one, and then there's this one. What in the fuck is it doing?
I don't know. You're slowly getting spikier and wingier. I don't know what's going on.
I know. I don't know. I'm like, if I wanted angelic, I would have done angelic.
Okay. Fix my brain here. That's right. The robes of the Archmage.
Okay, so what's the technical difficulties? Like, you can't get it, huh? Oh, have you hold on. I'm getting spikier.
Jacob, I will be honest with you. Your studded leather armor is actually better AC-wise than the robe of the Archmagi.
I remember looking at it and disagreeing with that.
Because it's supposed to be 15 plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
And so if you're starting at a base of 15, that would put you at 20. And what else do you have that increases your AC?
Well, various feats, but if I recall correctly, the studded leather armor only gave me like 13.
It's plus 2 studded leather armor, so it starts you at a 12, so that actually goes up to 14.
I think the robes are just better.
I would agree. I wonder why it... Is it actually not giving you a... That's why. Yeah. The mods are incorrect.
So I remember looking at it before I made the decision, and the numbers were bigger on the robe. So I was like, "That's
yeah." The way that
better.
this is like modded is incorrect. So what I need to do is go in here and okay, item type wondrous item AC semicolon 15 comma.
I'm gonna do one more while I fix her shit.
See if that fixes it. Oh my god. No. What in the hell just happened?
Why do I have 41 AC?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Why did the mage become a god in like 2 seconds?
Oh, I know why. Okay, so I think I need to set this at 5, I think is the way that I need to make this work. Then it should be correct. That is still not correct.
Is it counting? But I think that it was counting. Okay, I think it was counting my blade singing beforehand.
No, it was counting your studded leather armor. That's what it was.
Oh, it was counting both.
Yep.
So is this my blade singing armor class, or is this my passive armor class?
let's see, if we kick off Blade Song for the global AC modifier, your base armor class is 21, which seems correct?
I think so.
Because you should have something that's giving you a +1 to your AC, which I think is your feat, if I'm not mistaken.
How do I look at feats? Is that under bio? No, is that just core? Core.
Yeah, it's under your core. So you got Arcane Recovery, Natural Illusionist, Militant Rank, Training in Warren Song.
Don't ask. I don't fucking know.
Extra Attack, Warcaster, Resilient. No, you don't have anything like melee-wise that's increasing it.
It might just be the blade dancing then, and just going for. Huh. So what do the robes do exactly?
Precisely what the robes do. Changes your base armor class to 15 plus your dexterity modifier. You have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. And your spell save DC and spell attack bonus each increase by 2.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I think that adds up. I thought I would have higher armor, though.
Well, if we're going off of the...
Well, if there's only one armor difference, it's still worth the 1 extra AC and then all those effects.
I mean, yeah, you're going to be 1 AC higher than you were before, because you would have been at 14 plus your dexterity, which would have put you at 20, I think.
Yeah, I was rocking 20, and then I was 26 with the blade singing.
Okay, so let's.
So now I'll just be 27 with the blade singing. So yeah, I was right. I'm almost 30 AC with the. That makes sense.
Where is this? There is like a mysterious +1 in here somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Mysterious +1.
Yeah.
Is it coming from my defender rapier or sword rather?
No, because that would have to be an activatable AC modification.
Okay. That was my only idea.
Yeah.
Is it coming from my chest set?
Unless I'm misreading your armor here.
Am I fucking with you when I swap pages?
Yeah, you are actually.
Alright.
I wish that that wasn't a thing, but
I'll just leave you to what you're doing then.
Okay, so it's supposed to change your AC to 12 and then you get a +2, which would put you at 14. So if I kick that off, yeah, your armor class is 16. Like, you must have a magic item in here that I missed. Ah, there it is, Cloak of Protection.
Oh, what's that? I
Gives you
assume...
+1 to your AC. Okay.
Okay.
Question answered.
That makes sense. I knew I took something to increase my AC. I just, for the life of me, couldn't remember what it was.
Yep. Okay. So I wasn't going crazy. I knew there was something else in there. So yeah, your base armor will be 21 until you enter Blade Song, then it'll be 27.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see. I need to open Kalmar's sheet and then figure out what Sean messaged me.
I'll be right back while you handle that.
Okay. This won't take too long. I just literally need to grab a dagger of venom and throw it in her inventory.
Then
Or throw it
while
at
you're
her.
handling that, you might want to look at my sheet and explain why there's 2 axes. 2 of the same one. In my weapons. Like, my ability to hit. There's 2 of them. One at the top, one at the bottom. I fixed the one at the top. The one at the bottom exists.
Oh, when they have been, like, changing and editing shit, some stuff has been duplicating, and if you notice, your damage is wrong.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it is, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to correct this because Roll20 can't allow me to have nice things, because I guess I actually have to, like, babysit them.
Oh, right? You gotta play babysit with a fucking company, isn't that great?
Yeah, because this is supposed to be
Alright,
2d6 damage base plus strength.
Yeah, I will be right back.
And that, 1d6 bleed. Yeah, that looks correct now. Now it matches the other great axe. Okay. Okay, so Sylvana's taken care of, Ziggy's taken care of. Yes. Theris needs a necklace of fireballs.
Speaking of, did you want me to roll for that, or did you pre-roll the number of casts it has?
That I
Or
do not
beats,
know.
I mean.
Why don't you go ahead and roll for me?
What am I rolling?
You are going to roll for me a 1d6.
Right. Whoops. I forgot an important part of the process.
You forgot several important parts of that process.
I very much did. I'm not having a good time. There we go. I had to write this like.
Oh, that's actually a good roll. So you have a total of 8 beads hanging from that necklace.
So I either have 8 normal fireball tier level 3 casts, or I have 1 level 8 fireball cast. That would be stupid though. Oh, good God. I wonder, could I theoretically save that for the guy who killed Ophelia and shove all of them down his throat and set him off?
Or just beat him over the head with the necklace?
I kind of want to have that be almost he begs for forgiveness, and Theris basically says, "I have nothing left, so you have nothing that can save you." And he just fucking executes him right there. As was his quote for vengeance, like when he became a paladin. What's gonna happen? Not this level. I need level 10, I think. But after that, because you gave me the pack upgrade, I can go right the paladin right after that. That was the one thing I was trying to get.
Yeah, we just need that RP catalyst to flip that switch.
I feel like we got one more level of Warlock before, because that'll give me, like, no one can read my mind unless I let them powers, and I really want that. Maybe I won't.
Read your mind, though.
Maybe I won't. Honestly, that's all it gives me. I don't even gain more spells at that level. Maybe picking up Paladin might be my best bet. Just pick up my last Warlock level later.
Okay, I'm just going to put an X next to the things that have been claimed. So that way we know not to consider
Oh
them.
God. That fish with a gun.
Why is it just finding Nemo in the
gunfish.
ghetto?
That last one looked disappointed.
The last 2 were my favorite. I don't really like the first 2 that much.
I 100% just imagine a version of Finding Nemo where instead of having that really nice place with the really fucked up creature that killed them all, they lived in the ghetto, so they just had a whole gang in one family. Half of us are Marlin Jr., the other half are Carol Jr. What up?
I don't know how to provide... What do you mean my prompt was too generic? Goldfish with guns fighting sharks.
How the fuck is that generic?
I just
Be
want to
descriptive.
spin
Angry
your
fish is
blood
fighting angry sharks.
tonight. Yo, Biggie, you gon' get big pop tonight.
They blocked that prompt, but then I just did it again and they let it through.
That tracks.
Oh my god, this is awful. The shark... Oh god, he's a dick laser.
Are those frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads?
Look at this man. He's a dick laser.
Oh god.
Shooting the shark in the mouth.
My god, he does.
He looks uncomfortable about it, too.
I think
Why are they all
not really.
gangbangers?
I just want to point out the
I
shark
don't know
holding
why. You got
another-
Crips and Bloods goldfish fighting sharks.
I didn't ask for this. Why are they all gangbangers?
Are the sharks in the background are looking scared too?
Oh my god.
This is the greatest, dumbest shit I've...
Oh. With great power comes great irresponsibility, and I love
Oh
it.
man, I've been using the AI for evil. Did you not see Fred?
Oh, I saw what you were doing, and you were definitely using your powers for evil.
They finally didn't get us a fucking bandana.
No, one of them has a bandana. It's just around his neck.
Yeah, there's... No, I mean, they have a different type of bandana, is what I meant. But the dick laser's still there.
If Finding Nemo would have been made by Rockstar.
Why is the like fucking bottom right shark so kawaii?
He's so cute. He just happened to be here, guys. We should have a contest one of these days where we try to come up with the most insane shit what the AI comes up with.
Well, gun is a trigger word, so it's really hard to get them to make shit with guns.
You know what else is a trigger word for the fucking AI art generator?
Huh?
Ganassi. I typed it into Google, just the word Ganassi. Literally, the first 50 results, I sat there and fucking counted them, are all D&D related. And I'm like, there ain't no fucking way you should be refusing this. What in the hell have you been teaching your AI generator here?
It sounds vaguely like Nazi, I guess. I don't know.
Or Gussy.
I'm gonna type that in too. So.
Type in Gussy.
Please provide a more descriptive prompt. That's fair.
Juicy Gussy. The voiced Gussy.
No. If you want to go down that rabbit hole with the AI, you're welcome to. That was my attempt.
But what about the sandwich Gussy?
The sandwishy? Wussy? Sandwussy? Yeah.
Oh, God.
There is not enough alcohol or weed on this planet for this conversation.
I have an ounce in front of me.
Not enough.
That is enough.
Yeah.
At a certain level, you can plateau.
Jack Daniels and a stiff wire brush to clean this out.
I'm trying to think of something goofy to create, but I can't think of anything.
Well, what you guys should be thinking of is what you're going to do with the remainder of this loot.
I grabbed my one item. I assumed we all got one.
I grabbed my money, I grabbed my item, and I fell asleep in a pile of robes. And someone needs to wake me up to get me to like actually draw the teleport circle.
Theris, true story. Theris, after everyone kind of settled in, he took first. I feel like Risen, him, and maybe Savannah are all the ones that do guard duty. Because we only need.
You need to fix Risen's health.
I need to what?
Fix Risen's health.
Fix Risen's health.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, he can go into the next Dragon Combat with like a quarter of his health.
Right.
Fuck his health and fuck his Venezuela.
What the fuck? Unsafe content detected.
Okay, that's
Everything's
not
unsafe.
Ice cream cones attacking people.
Yeah, I've learned really quickly that you've got to make it like less. You got to make it subtle fight words. Like I say, for example, I like
I'm
to
gonna
use
beat
boxing.
this over the head until it succeeds or bans
I
me.
got a picture of Leon S. Kennedy as a boxer. It was actually really cool. But no, I had a funny thought. Theris absolutely would do this.
75.
Smokes a bunch of freaking halfling leaf. Everyone settles in. He's doing first guard duty. He pulls out a book, decides he's going to read, and realizes he can't read with dark vision. Because I would feel like, because of how it works, you can't read what's on a page. You would just see a page. You wouldn't see the details of like the lettering because of how light works. So he's like, "Oh, I can't even read. This sucks."
Are you guys putting the beads of force in the party supplies as well?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can collectively catch Pokemon at random.
I legitimately thought Zach would grab those for trolling purposes.
Different character, but sure. I won't grab them.
Fair. You're saving them for the character that would, I feel, which is valid.
Okay, so the only other unclaimed things are the Crystal Ball of True Seeing, the Luck Blade, the Cape of the Mountebank, and the Mace of Smiting.
I was originally thinking of taking the Crystal Ball, but I think it was Kat mentioned that we could keep it for the party. But if like we wanted to have Theris hold on to it or something, I would. That or like Ziggy because mages.
Well, I mean, it gives you access to the scrying spell via the crystal ball, so it doesn't necessarily require a mage.
Oh, so like anyone could use it. Okay.
Correct. But if you guys are wanting to put that in the party stash, then that's one less item that needs to be divvied up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can we use
It
it?
can just
or
be
get
pulled
the
out when
pizza?
needed.
I mean, it's one of those things that's like the alchemy jug or... yeah, like the alchemy jug. Pull it out when you need it. So let's see. Crystal Ball of True Seeing.
There is T poses that assert dominance over the darkness.
Somebody roll me a D100, please.
I got
Where
Just in the chat.
he'll probably beat me, so.
So we have a 41. Oh, that's interesting.
Uh-oh. If we all die from this, I'm sorry.
In case it was needed.
Okay. Alright, so party inventory has been updated at this point. Keep that there just in case. So Mace of Smiting, Cape of the Mounty Bank, and Luck Blade are the last remaining things that need to be either thrown in the party inventory or claimed.
The Luck Blade is the one that lets you kind of re-roll dice, right?
Yeah, basically.
Let's see, luck. If the sword is on your person, you can call on its luck. No action required to reroll one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you dislike. You must use the second roll. This property can't be used again until the next dawn.
I'm thinking I might grab. I'm thinking I might want to grab that as like a side weapon, so I can have a two-handed weapon for when I need it. Keep the rapier. I keep the rapier as my pack weapon, but carry that sword extra. If no one else wants it, I might.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to be wielding it. It just needs to be on your person for you to be able to use the magic.
Well, I'm thinking because it's a long sword, I could use it as a backup weapon that I can two-hand if I need more damage. But like I don't have Eldritch Smite. But just having it on me would help too, Kenneth.
Oh yeah, and also
like
by having it on your person, you get +1 bonus to saving throws.
Ooh, yeah. Like, if no one else wants that, I wouldn't mind grabbing that up.
I feel like that would be redundant with the robes.
That's fair. Okay, so going once, going twice, no complaints, last chance.
Sold for 200.
Sold for 200.
Do you actually want 200 gold for that?
Just
Slips the DM himself directly 20 platinum.
Yeah, you can PayPal me at any point.
You don't have platinum pieces in real life.
Sure I do.
I wish I did. They'd sell for a lot, I
let's
bet.
see. Global save modifier is now Luck Blade 1.
oh yeah, that makes sense. That means that I think mine says that about the robes now.
I can actually see you as you add these. That's kind of cool.
Okay. And of course, Luck Blade has been added to all of your shit.
And then I just have to remember that I can... Is that... How many times per day can I do that?
You get one shot at re-rolling a die of your choice. And then you have to wait until the next dawn before the ability can be used again.
Okay, so it's like a one and done bonus. Okay, cool.
Right. So if you're really about to fuck something up, it might be a good idea to use
Or
that.
if something is really about to fuck me up, because can I only reroll my own die?
Only your own dice.
Well, if something's really gonna fuck me up and it's reflex save, I can try to save myself. I like that.
Mhm.
I like it because Theris. I really feel like Theris just isn't adventurer material who just because of revenge got into the life and is just doing the best he can. So every little thing I get that can help helps. You know. Plus, I was thinking about picking up a longsword in town anyway, so this works out. I can get a little extra damage if I have to do melee range.
Arcane.
I kind of like the idea that he has both swords on his on his right hip because he's left-handed.
Okay, so Mace of Smiting and Cape of the Mountebank are all that remains.
I don't really see myself needing either.
Well, I feel like either the paladin or the cleric can make good use of the
I mean,
smiting
despite the fact it says smiting, it's actually designed for destroying constructs. It does additional damage to constructs.
Oh, right. It doesn't do holy damage, it does construct damage.
Right.
Yes, I can...
Okay, so what's going on?
Trying to
We're
decide
talking
on the
about the
last
mace.
two items. Mace
Yeah,
of
that and
Smiting
the
and
cloak.
Cape of the Mountebank.
That's
I
the one.
think that might be a good thing to carry with us on the off chance we ever need it, but probably won't, but maybe do.
The cloak, for those that don't remember, lets you use Dimension Door, and it gives you like a cloud effect.
Yeah.
So,
I just would have to replace my cloak in order to use it.
Mhm.
Yeah, same. I don't want to get rid of my billowing cloak. He's a little tiny bit vain. The cloak looks really cool. Besides, he already has like 2 different ways to cast. No, 3 different ways to cast that spell because he knows Dimension Door too.
I don't know if Strom actually is wearing like a magical cloak other than a like RP magical cloak. Plate mail, ring of protection. Oh, he does. He has a cloak of protection. Okay, so
I mean, we could always put it in the group party inventories in case, like, we want to use it later.
We could always give it to Risen, give him some teleport abilities.
that was what I was actually looking at because I don't think he's currently wearing a cloak. Yeah, he is not currently wearing a cloak.
Yeah, it seems like, well, we all think it's an interesting item. None of us really want it. So, like, if Risen could use it, why not give it to him?
I mean, he has short-range teleport powers, but nothing like Dimension Door.
We should give it to a random hobo.
Plus, the obscuring effect would make it so when he came out, they couldn't see him, so he would still have stealth, at
That
least
is
for a
true.
round or two.
Let's see.
So, like, that would fit really well for his playstyle.
Now when he inevitably chases you down and murders you, it'll be even harder.
Oh, yeah, because he can counter. He can directly counter at least one
Joey's
of my
actually making a
teleports.
solid point here, and the other thing is, the cloak smells faintly of brimstone.
Which
I
is
mean,
awesome.
Smoke, fire, like, I mean, I'm sold on the idea.
Like, if I think Risen should have it if everyone else agrees with that.
I'm fine with that.
I already
Since
said
I
my
have
opinion.
Yeah,
I already have a cloak of all seeing, so.
and Dragus has a cloak of touchy feely.
Dragus has a bitey cloak.
That too.
Mine has teeth. Don't
Yours
wear
is
it,
for
it
people
bites.
who, like, their kink is biting.
Apparently.
Can you be
Or for
barbarian
people
of
who just-
lust?
I'm
There are
sure.
2 wolves within
But
you.
your
One
lust is
scared of
pain?
parenthood.
I believe that's just being a barbarian. Now that I think
There
about
are
it.
2 wolves within you. One is gay. The other one is also gay.
You are
They're
gay.
constantly fucking.
One is gay.
Did
The
you
other
see
one is
the one-
secretly gay.
Did you see the one I posted on the 2 wolves and the meme supremes?
Mhm.
Dave, God damn it, Joey! I literally just said there are 2 wolves within you. One is scared of parenthood.
Yeah, the other one has a breeding fetish.
And I
A
react.
breeding. Yes.
Oof.
You have a fucking problem.
Same
dude.
difference.
Okay, so last one then is the Mace of Smiting. I was hearing about you guys just putting that in the bag, for a just-in-case thing.
That was
Yeah.
me, but yes, I think that's a good idea.
Probably got a bad idea.
Since it's so specific to constructs, we just save it in case constructs ever show up.
I mean, it is also a +1 mace in terms of like damage and 2 hit rolls, but the bonus it turns into a +3 weapon when you attack a construct with it. And then when you roll a 20 on the attack roll, the target takes an extra 2d6 bludgeoning damage, or 4d6 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct, and if the construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it is destroyed.
I don't think I'm proficient with maces.
Maces
I'm
should
pretty
be
sure
a...
I'm not. Besides, I already
I
got
don't
the
think they're a
blade.
simple weapon. I think they're a martial weapon.
I don't know what my proficiencies are, to be honest. I know I can use swords.
I would think mace would be simple. Maybe, but let me double check.
Your weapon proficiencies extend to Dagger, dart, light crossbow, quarterstaff, sling, and then the sword.
Okay, yeah, I can't use the mace, so.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but it's like, nah, I can't use it.
I know Strom has a flail, but I don't know.
Flail.
Yeah, Frida's flail, or whatever the hell his name is. Frida.
Flail.
My flail.
Mace. A basic mace is
Flail.
considered
Bring me my
a simple weapon.
A simple weapon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying
A
to find
maul,
your.
which I
Okay,
think
yeah,
is a
you have
more
a
advanced
+1 Dragonbone Morningstar, which would be like an equivalent of a mace, other than like the damage type difference, which. Because the mace will do bludgeoning damage, the Morningstar does piercing. Your flail would do the bludgeoning damage. I'm trying to fucking find that in your list of shit.
It's right below my Explorer's pack.
Right below the Explorer pack. Oh, it literally just is a flail. Maybe you should take this mace then. Because it's just a flail. Yeah, because it'll be a +1. So.
Alright, yeah, okay. Yeah, I might as well do that then. I don't
Okay.
see a reason not to.
Alright.
I forgot I owned a light crossbow.
Unlock that.
Or does it own you?
Drag that up.
I don't know. I never use it. I just if I have to do range, I just use Eldritch Blast. No, I'll hold on to it just in case. My luck, I'll lose my magic powers and have to rely on it for a while.
It's supposed to be an additional 2d6 on top of the 1d6, so it's a total of 3d6 on the crit. Okay. Okay, that should be correct. Other than, let's see, that's global AC modifiers, attacks, and spellcasting. Bonus construct damage, which is 2d6. Okay, that lovely little modification has been added in there for your mace. And I believe that is everything out of the party inventory other than the gems.
Gems?
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of the money.
Yep, well, this will be part of the additional money. Unless you guys are looking for like specific gems or something like that for a particular purpose. Otherwise, if you just want to view them in terms of currency, you have a total of, let's see, oh my, I need a calculator.
Muchos grassy ass gems.
1,000 times that plus 14.
Yeah, because we have like 12 gems and 5 gems, but one of them's like refined, one of them's damaged.
Lord. Okay, so on top of the like little bit of monies that you guys got in coins, there is a grand total of 30 gems with various values that total up to 54,000 gold pieces.
The fuck?
Okay. Can you list off some if you wish to make some be more specific?
And Ziggy just teleports out of the cave with everything.
It's like, I'm rich, bitch, bye!
I'm out! You guys are on your own!
By the way, I called like the Dark Elves, they're coming. Yeah.
That's wrong.
Let's see, if we divide that by 8, that literally comes out to 6,750 gold pieces each, or another 675 platinum pieces.
Oh boy.
I'm getting
I might
rich.
take the money. I might take the money.
Take the money.
Yeah, take the money.
I'm taking the money.
Okay.
I'm taking the money.
How much?
Well, see,
each?
here's the thing.
675 platinum pieces for everybody just by divvying up the gems.
Cat, do you not want to divvy up the gems?
Well, no, that's not what I was thinking, because we have gems in the group party bag too, so...
You want to sell those too?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was gonna
I'm
put
over
it.
1,000 platinum pieces.
If you split the gems by their value to each player, 675 platinum pieces per, but each player can choose to either take the gems for their part or take the money.
Yeah.
I'm taking the money.
I'm taking
I am
I take
too.
the gems.
Okay, she's
taking the money and run.
gems. So, Dave, is this in addition to the 500 we just added?
Yes.
Oh dear, sweet baby Jesus, I am fucking rich, bitch.
Like I said, I'm over 1,000 plat right now. I had 97 when we started.
I have
It's like
1438 plat.
675 platinum pieces.
Holy
We can make a whole strom with this shit.
We literally made 1,175 each.
Basically.
If we took all of this platinum, we could build him a statue.
Now we need to kill each other.
Right?
There can
So
be
that
only
one of us
one.
can be really rich.
I don't want my money that much.
Okay.
If you're going to kill me, you can just take it. Theris does not care about wealth that much.
Oh, I don't care about wealth at all. Well, I mean, like my
character might
does.
not. My
Yeah.
character might not either, but I do.
Well,
If I
like,
got money, that means I can do shit.
Theris can slip the platinum pieces that he was just given, keep the handful he started with that are in a pouch hidden in his pack, and just survive off of that for the next 1,000 years.
He thinks.
He would
And
just
then
go
it's
back.
revealed.
Worst
that
comes.
inflation hit.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
No.
Dave, you can probably just put the gems in my inventory.
Okay. If you want, we can. I'll need a minute here. Okay, so all of that's done. All right. So how is that going to shake up? That means you are going to essentially get. We'll just basically say that you got 7 gems and you exchanged like some platinum pieces with somebody to, you know, get a financial equivalent exchange for a 7th gem, so that way we don't have to like split a gem in half here.
Okay.
Trying to actually figure out where the listing of all of the gems are so we can get a... Okay, here it is. Okay, in the grand scheme of things...
Fucking damn it.
Well, actually, here's a better question. Do you want 1 5,000 gold piece gem and 2 1,000 gold piece gems, or do you want 7 1,000 gold piece gems?
I don't know.
Money.
What's the difference?
I mean, the difference is going to be what's going to be available to roll for on the stone chart. The 5,000 gold piece gemstones list is shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Could potentially be a black sapphire, a diamond, a jacinth, or a ruby. In the 1,000 gold piece gemstones, you have a black opal, a blue sapphire, an emerald, a fire opal, an opal, a star ruby, a star sapphire, or a yellow sapphire.
I like those ones better.
So you want to do 7 rolls of D8?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will let you roll 7 D8 in the chat. Unless you are still having problems, I will roll it for you then.
Yeah, I was just doing that. Dave, I added something to my last message.
Ah, okay.
Why are those ones?
Wait, what? Where? I'm not. I want to see.
Yeah, you get a lot of ones there.
What?
I want to see this mass failure. Hell yeah! I mean, technically speaking, you got more highs than lows.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. I see what you added there, Sean. I will address that in a minute while I add this to... Okay. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of your treasure list on your character sheet.
Okay. The next one is a 4. And then a 5. And then a 6. Okay, that should be everything. So you ended up with 3 black opals, 1 fire opal, 1 opal, 1 star ruby, and 1 star sapphire. Okay.
In terms of description, going from the inverse, the star sapphire is a translucent blue sapphire with a white star-shaped center. The star ruby is the same thing but red colored. The opal is a translucent pale blue with green and golden modeling. The fire opal is a translucent fiery red, and then the black opal is a translucent dark green with black modeling and golden flecks.
Okay, I like those.
Okay, victory.
Yeah.
Yahoo! Oh, okay. Yippee! Joey actually played that.
I have it on my server.
You're fucking disgusting.
Bonus points to anyone who knows which Final Fantasy that one's from.
I
can't even hear it.
Yeah,
from
he's
Final
lame.
Fantasy.
Which one?
They're all the same game with different numbers
Final
at the end,
Fantasy
so it really doesn't matter.
They are not the same. At the very least, the music is different. Every game has a unique victory and after battle music. And that one's from 8 specifically.
Is it from Final Fantasy?
What?
Is it from Final Fantasy?
Yes, but it's Switch
Where the
Final
fuck's my
Fantasy.
cookie?
You are fake. You didn't get Switch Final Fantasy. You just said Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
you
they're
get
all
no
Okay,
cookie.
6.
At this point, he has said Final Fantasy enough that it is added up to 8. Where's his cookie?
It's in the mail.
I don't read Roman
Oh,
numerals.
you're a Final Fantasy fan? Name 6 Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You know what? That's on me. I set the bar pretty low.
I also
I've actually met someone like that in real life.
Name a good one.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
10.
and
12 is debatably good. Depends on what you're looking for.
I'm going to say that that's going to be a subjective one. And
that is absolutely.
Which one is the one where you're in a hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 13.
Yeah, you're just basically in a hallway like half the fucking
Yeah, the
time.
open world happens like in the last hour of the fucking game. And it's like, hey, congratulations, you can now fight the hardest creatures in the game to finish leveling up. Or you could just finish this game and end your misery.
I am still mad about that.
As somebody who liked the story for 13, goddamn, it was lacking in most other things.
Mm-hmm. The
That being
story
said-
was pretty good.
That being said, the only upgrade to the original the sequel gave us was that if your main character died, it just moved to the next fucker in line.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated the fact that if
That was
Lightning
the dumbest thing
died,
about
like, it didn't matter that you had 2 other people in the party. If Lightning died, it was just a fucking party wave. I'm like, that is
My
the
favorite-
dumbest fucking shit ever.
My favorite Final Fantasy game, not my favorite, it's one of my favorites, but my favorite thing about this game is in 12 specifically,
Okay.
If your entire party gets downed, you swap them out with the rest of your party. Revive them and keep going. Unless you all die. And then it's game over. And that's fucking great. And then they were like, no, that's too powerful. Let's just do the exact opposite in 13. I like 13, but I had issues.
Yeah, 13 had its issues. I really wish that they would have not turned that into a hallway simulator.
I didn't even know what they were thinking with that one. Gameplay-wise. And the story, like I said, was pretty good. Gameplay, not so much.
I mean, honestly...
Oh, go on.
I was about to say the same thing, but if you want me to go first, my thought was just that, like, after 12, Square Enix, just as a whole, has just been full of bad decisions. Like, in everything that they make. And I don't know what in the fuck that they were thinking. Like, even if you look at 14, because they kind of needed to relaunch it, but, and I mean, like, now it's good. But still, the initial concept was bad. It was really bad.
The initial idea was essentially just 11 with way prettier graphics. And it was graphics pretty enough at the time that it was actually degrading the rest of the gameplay, which was already not great. They eventually, like I said, they closed it down to a 2.0, and it's popped off since then. It's fucking great. I have over 1,500 hours in that damn game.
Yes, I agree with this here.
What I said?
Yes, I agree with this. We'll just have to get it out of the way right as soon as the session begins. That'll be our cold open. It'll be a Joey rant about Final Fantasy for 5 minutes.
It wasn't really
It was just like, no!
All I was going to say was, I'm going to assume at that point in the game's career, and this is from someone who did not play them, does not have any investment in it. I'm looking at it purely from just my perspective looking in. Is just too big to fail syndrome, where they just kind of like, oh, this is popular, we'll just toss this out and people will buy it and delete it.
I mean, probably. The ironic thing is like the very first Final Fantasy game that came out, it was literally like last shot for Squaresoft. If they did not make a successful game, that gaming company was going to fold up.
And that's why it was called Final Fantasy.
Right. It was literally their final attempt to actually make some money, and then, of course, the entire franchise took off from there. And the fact that they have made so many of these fucking games. I mean, honestly, you could really realistically say 1 through 10 is probably, at the very least, solid gold, maybe burnished gold if you really want to be picky on some of them. But I highly recommend playing them. The stories are really good. Yeah, the older ones up until 7 are still the 2D sprite and turn-based. So if that's not your speed, don't worry about it. But
they're all turn-based in different ways. Some have the active turn-based. Some are like 10, where it's like there's an order. The first game had like no story, but it was really fun to play. The second one is the weird one of the group because of how everything's weird in that one. So just a warning, that one's weird for leveling and stuff.
I love the Final Fantasy III because that to me epitomizes what Final Fantasy represents, which is the job system.
Okay, I was just gonna say, we talking 3 or the one that was in US called 3, but it was 6. I just want to.
No, we're talking Japanese, 3. The original 3.
Yeah, okay. You as soon as you said the job system, I knew this. What you were, absolutely cultured, and I recognized that when he said the job system. I was just saying that's what my thought process was.
Yeah, and honestly, the story was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't like deeply enthralled with it, but for the most part, the job system. I love that concept that any character can be anything at any time, that you can level up the jobs and evolve the jobs and, unlock new ones. Really fucking cool. I really wish they wouldn't have gotten away from that concept. What they did with Final Fantasy Tactics was, oh, fuck off. I didn't see that he tagged Strom. I just immediately saw judging you, and I'm like, just because I'm engaging in the Final Fantasy conversation doesn't mean shit.
No, I'm not judging you, you fucking heathen! I'm judging him!
But no, of all of the decisions made, I cannot possibly fathom why there has not been a attempted remastering or a reimagining for modern play of Final Fantasy Tactics. With games like XCOM, Fire Emblem, and shit like that, that would catch fucking fire. if that
My
game
boss
was remade
just goes
and launched
on
today.
and on about the original tactics of how it's like it's one of his favorite games. And yeah, he kind of says the same sentiment as you, like, why hasn't it been remade?
Because they're just full of bad ideas. And they have been
The
full
one
of bad
person-
ideas since...
The one person that has good ideas is in charge of 14, and that's why it's doing well. Everything else...
I mean, up until the Final Fantasy VII like remake that they did, and even still, like I have my issues with that game, but I enjoyed the experience, re-experiencing the game from a mildly different perspective, having slightly different events, and I'm kind of wondering how they're going to take the story going forward.
I see the remake, and they do too to an extent. Like they wanted to call it something else, but if they called it anything else, essentially, it might have given away that it's technically a sequel. Because Advent Children happened, Sephiroth gets his butt kicked and goes, fuck this, and going back and fixing it, and that's how this game happens. That's why it's different.
Right, and that was kind of the impression that they were taking here. So it's like, yes, you're reliving the events, but with a more modern twist and some slight changes to things. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. As long as the highlights of the story are still there, and you're not going to ruin... Okay, I can't say ruin because that's going to be subjective. As long as you are not removing what made Final Fantasy VII great from the game in order to tell a new story, I'll probably be fine with it.
If it's anything like what they're actually saying, it's going to be more or less all the major beats are going to be hit. They're just going to be more and expanded upon.
I mean, okay, the game has been out long enough. I mean, I think I can probably talk about spoilers. If not, cover your virgin ears or mute me. I don't give a shit. But when they're in the Shinra building near the end of the first game, or the first remake game, and then Barrett gets stabbed, and I'm just like, wait, what? That didn't happen. What the fuck is going on? And then your brain starts latching on to like what's actually happening, the greater story. And then that's when they start making those changes and adjustments and introducing the new concepts. And I'm like, I am so fucking hooked at this point.
The moment the Wraiths showed up and started trying to make sure shit happened the way it happened originally, I was like, okay, so this isn't just a half-baked reboot. They're onto something with this.
Right. They actually have a method to the madness that's been introduced here.
My favorite part is those Wraiths are based on the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're trying to make everything the way it was originally, and as somebody who was that way, valid.
Right, and what a great way to make a fan-based personification into the game and kind of generate a story around the push and pull back and forth. Like, as long as they maintain that mentality going forward and they don't have... if it comes out to a point where the two things that happen end up kind of like meshing together, where like the Wraiths are satisfied at a certain point because the outcome is going to remain the same regardless of what changes, then I think that will probably end up in a satisfying ending. But otherwise, if it ends up being like the fan quote unquote Wraiths end up overrunning, what's going on.
From what I understand, Sephiroth defeated them at the end of the first game, so they're not a thing anymore. So,
right.
I feel like they're probably going to change a couple things. Nothing major. Like, I don't think they're going to not kill Aeris. I think her dying is too pivotal for her not to die.
But I think it's going to happen in a different way.
It's exactly. I think they're going to change the circle. Like, Zack might still be alive, so that could play a part of it.
Well, I mean, they showed that. God damn it! It wasn't Biggs. It was the other one.
Wedge.
They showed that Wedge survived the pillar collapse, which that's also new. And I think they did kind of tease that Zack might be alive.
I think you're thinking of Biggs, because Wedge. We knew Wedge survived early on. He got pushed out of the tower. And then we had the teaser of Biggs in the bed, and we thought he died.
No, Biggs...
Biggs is the skinny one, Wedge is the fat one. Just to confirm.
Are we sure about this?
I'm very sure about this. Not only is it a Star Wars reference, so I really get it.
Right. Biggs and Wedge is like that's one of those like Final Fantasy trope things. You will come across a Biggs and Wedge as their like wink and nod to Star Wars. Same thing with Sid. There will always be a Sid or Sid Highwind of some shape or form in every Final Fantasy.
It's just Sid. High wind is a common occurrence, but it's only
Right.
been on
I
one
mean,
dragoon.
I
One
say
Sid.
that as like
Yeah.
Sid or Sid Highwind because the Highwind is referenced in some way, shape, or form, either as a conjunction with Sid or as a reference to the flying ship.
Well, since Sid gives you an airship, if you get an airship, it's usually from him. You get the high wind from him, kind
Right.
of thing.
Which is why in
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII he is called Sid Highwind, and
Though, isn't he? He's technically named after Kane Highwind, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, because Kane's the dragoon from that game, and Sid's the dragoon.
Hmm.
Like functionally, anyways.
Yes, functionally. I kind of wish that there was a little bit more to that, but I mean, it was kind of all baked into their.
It's mostly their
limit
alts
breaks.
that do it. Yeah. Like Tifa's obviously the monk, Cloud's the magic knight, Aerith is the healer, so on and so forth.
Yeah, Aerith being the white mage. I mean, you could arguably say that Vincent is like some kind of weird cross between like, I don't know.
He's like a gunner and like a beastmaster, kind of fused into one because of his.
Right,
horizontal
that was probably the strangest combination. And honestly,
I fucking love Vincent though.
I love Vincent as a character. Hated his limit breaks. I would never use them. I would
Oh no,
literally
his
just
limit
leave
breaks are
his limit
basically
break in.
useless.
Yeah, I would just leave his limit breaks in place because it just means he acted faster.
Yeah.
Also, was I the only one that like permanently furied my party?
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
I was
But
totally
the-
fine with taking the additional damage and like risking a miss on an auto attack just so I could act faster.
I was the guy that set it up so that when I go to fight Ruby, I could just chain cast Knights of the Round using the copy materia. So that was my focus.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done that before too, but I've
It's
also
great.
like deadhead gone into that with like all three of my party members alive and then like suffered the consequences for it.
Oh, I actually, yeah, I saw it. The only way I could do is if I went with two of them dead, revive them, and then pop off.
Right, that's
That
the
being
strategy.
said-
You go in there with two party members dead, and then you immediately start with Phoenix to revive everybody and do damage, and then you can go from there. But anyway, we're getting like way off track.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
now he's
Dave and
getting involved in
Joey.
the meme fight.
Yeah, Dave and Joey, you fucking assholes. How dare you, Dave, you
Yeah,
dumb
fucking
fuck.
Dave and Joe, you fucking talking of assholes.
There, that's my reaction of what's been going on.
Just constant screaming. Yeah. Poor Sean over here. He's been like emotionally molested by Final Fantasy discussion so many times. He's just like in permanent PTSD mode at this point.
Why's
I
that
am
dude
going
patting
to-
the crab?
I am gonna I'm gonna nail both of you.
I'm petting that crab.
I'm gonna throw Dave at Joey.
It's edited like a horror movie.
Asparagus.
Okay, so anyway, you guys have successfully divvied up all of the gold and gems in whatever fashion that you wish. Completed your long rest. You are now free to act as you will as far as how you want to get back to Luskan.
Alright,
Ziggy, I choose you.
I have a question. Are
Yes.
the robes still oversized? How long does it take for that to be a thing?
Once the attunement's complete, the magic item automatically like adjusts itself to fit you. So after the completion of the long rest, which is when you were doing the attunement process, the robes now are gnome-sized robes.
Alright, cool.
Oh, okay. Speaking of that, has the pelt changed any size or not?
The pelt has like already gone through its adjustment period to like suit you. So considering your size and the way it was previously, like it hangs down a little bit longer, the head is a little bit bigger, the claws are a little bit larger, but there's still like the teeth are still sunk in to the same point on the armor, claws are still dug into the pauldrons, etc.
Okay. Okay. Just I needed to ask that too, because I never did.
And of course, same thing happens with the ancient Elven Afridi chain that Sylvana got. You know, once her attunement to it was complete, it was suitable and fitting perfectly for her as a magic item.
Oh god.
Why is there a spell save DC on this?
On teleportation circle, because you can forcibly
case you
drag somebody into it.
Yeah. So in case you try to make someone do it against their will.
I didn't even think about that. That's amazing.
It is a legitimate strategy.
Wait, I'll start getting the circle ready. So that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that take?
10 minutes, I think, roughly.
For one round, that's 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, 6, then I'm done. I said top 10, I kind of assumed it's whatever. I guess it's done. I'm that good.
That's ritual casting.
No.
I mean, is this
I
actually a ritual spell? I don't think it is.
I don't.
It doesn't look like it's marked as a
Conjuration.
ritual.
You know what? I
That's
have a perfect
Conjuration.
idea. I have a perfect idea. While you and Joey were busy talking Final Fantasy, in universe, Theris was just talking to nobody, and everyone was just looking at him funny, and Ziggy just started doing the circle, and it took about 10
You know what?
minutes.
I love this concept. I love this concept. The DM, whenever the DM has a dumbass conversation with Joey, it is just Theris with his eyes rolled in the back of his head, and he's muttering gibberish, and he's actually communing with his patron at that time.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes,
and
he's
while
just busy
that
muttering
happens-
shit.
I use good restoration on fucking Risen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, try and restore the stolen pieces of his fucking soul from being horribly, horribly molested by a Shadow Dragon's breath weapon.
Oh, yes.
Why am I unaffected by that?
It is just the point that Risen took 92 points of damage, over 3/4 of his fucking health in one hit.
Which, by the way, Dave, you added
instantly.
4 more hit points on Risen.
Did I? I thought he was at 135.
No, he's at 131.
I stand corrected.
I don't think Mono needs... Does Mono need more health, or...
That was psychic damage, that was dealt to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice to heal my stupidity.
The only way I could heal you would be to use my ring, and I don't want to.
Careful, everyone.
I don't
It's learning.
I don't think I could use my medical kit to heal mental wounds. But
No,
I could-
inside of your medical kit is a bottle of alcohol.
That's
Yeah,
for
but
the
wouldn't that-
wounds, Dave!
I already drank
Wouldn't that have healed, like during our long rest?
Yeah.
The psychic, yeah. During the long rest, you're supposed to regain all of your hit points back, unless there's something preventing
Yeah.
it from happening, which you guys already eliminated that problem.
Zach was miles away.
Those things not Final Fantasy.
I was listening to music.
Ah, yes, wise decisions.
Where's the magical circle? Getting the fuck out of here.
Well, you see here, if you look on the ground, it's the fucking circle.
I don't see anything. I just see you in a tree.
What do you mean you just see me in the tree?
I think mine was high off of some of the
No,
house
no.
leaf. You got too close to me when I was smoking it.
You're like
Nobody's
on
looking
the
at the map.
fucking wander.
All I see is a black screen. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I get it. Here I am. Where's the circle? You wanna know where the fucking circle is? It's right here. I put it right here.
The Death Forest.
Yeah, it's a death
Forest.
forest. I am a forest gnome. I like trees. I put it in the trees.
These are like shadow curse trees.
Yes, and that's why they need the attention.
Oh my god, a circle.
Oop, there you go. There's your teleportation circle. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
Might want to put it like right here.
We'll make it bigger.
I can't control it.
I know, I found Dave.
Oh yeah.
Moving.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah,
You want it
right here.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
It's supposed to be
The
that.
teleportation circle is sassy sometimes.
Yeah, so it's a 10-foot diameter circle.
Oh, never mind.
Did anybody
There's
use
a
that one?
stand on it, and we can't use it.
Yeah.
You use that one song on the one anime when it was moving around really fast?
That
So
was
basically,
amazing.
after the completion
I
of
can't
this
remember the
teleportation
song.
circle, you guys have roughly like 6 seconds to walk through it. before
Whoosh,
the
I'm gone.
I'll just go into it. Goodbye, fairy.
Oh my god.
Okay, as Ziggy completes it and the portal opens, you guys wooloo your way to a mystical, magical place.
Oh god, it's Dracus Delmar.
Bonk.
And when we come out the other side, all over blues have turned red and over reds have turned blue.
We're in Fairyland. Wait, didn't we take the cart to that cave?
No, you guys were walking underground manually.
Okay.
Okay, now I need to adjust the DM cam because we've changed maps. Boop.
a fucking lunatic just pop into a church.
If we come in, are we like showing up in the church mid-session?
Let's see. Let's think about what time it is. When you guys started your walk through the cave, that was basically like...
I can literally tell you exactly what time of day it was.
Well, yeah, this is me telling you to tell the party exactly what time of day it is. Because you guys pretty much started the walk right at the beginning of the day, like somewhere around like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Walked till like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then started your progression through the cave system there. And that was probably another like 2 hours of wandering plus combat. So that puts you around like 10 o'clock, and mix in a short rest. There's another hour, so about 11. As you guys get to the location in there, that was probably like another 30 minutes to an hour leading up to the Shadow Dragon fight and the looting process. It is probably somewhere around like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Cool. Did we just appear in Paradise Light?
No, you guys appear inside of the church.
Okay. Next is light just because holy.
You is because holy.
So yeah, you guys essentially appear inside this building right here.
Not that building.
Well, I mean, it's better than appearing right here.
Not that building.
Oh no, anything but that main building.
Alright, well I guess we just go to the tavern, probably. Unless we have anywhere to stop on the way.
We're down the street from the tavern.
I mean, you guys are fully healed and everything after your long rest. Teleportation's complete. Ziggy's going to be down level 5 spell slot. Sylvana's down a level 5 spell slot. So...
Couldn't I use one of my free spell slots for that?
Oh, through your newly acquired ability? I don't believe there was a level limit on that.
No, it just said any spell twice a day. Basically.
Bonkety bonk. Boon of Spell Recall. Yeah, twice per long rest you can cast a spell of any level without expending a spell slot. So yeah, you could do that if you so chose.
Yeah, might as well.
So that preserves your 5th level spell slot.
I mean, it's basically semantics at that point, but then I don't have to click anything on my sheet.
I want to go find Elven Dude.
Oh, you're gonna go find Camuriel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Camuriel.
Yeah, because I think you're actually the one that's holding the psionic crystal. The psionic.
I'm gonna follow him.
We're all just going.
Yep. So that leads you guys back to One-Eyed Jax's tavern. Once you guys arrive inside, of course, you know the morning rush is over, and there's preparations for the midday meal at this point. So you guys will be able to sit in on that if you so choose. But the bartender / owner operator Serena, knowing what you guys are looking for as you guys return, points you to the back office where Jax has his hidden little hole in the wall over there. And after knocking on the door, Camuriel is the one that opens the door to allow you guys inside, revealing Jax sitting there in his non-human disguise, just sitting there as his typical drow appearance with the large hat, the feather in it, and the flamboyant clothes, with his feet propped up on the desk.
Well, if it ain't the invisible cunt.
Well, if it isn't the bridge that I said I'd cross when I get here.
Right? That's the worst.
We'll cross that
We
bridge.
did it!
Would someone will probably greet both of them.
Yep, and Jax will tip his hat to you guys with a bit of a knowing grin, knowing that you guys wouldn't be back without some level of success.
I would fucking hope so.
Strom walks up and slowly places the crystal focus on the table. We got the focus.
We got the moves. We got the moves.
We've got the power.
Send dudes.
As soon as you set it on the table, Camuriel immediately looks at it and starts nodding his head, and then you guys can kind of like feel the psionic pressure in the room change as he kind of like mentally connects with it. And it's just like, it's a similar pressure to what you were feeling when Arakiram was communicating with you guys, although there's, no voice associated with it, just the pressure of it. And at that point, Camuriel picks it up and informs you guys that he's going to need some time to attune to the crystal before you guys can begin, which will take him about 8 hours of meditation in order to properly attune to it to be used for the ritual. So at some point tonight, you guys will potentially be able to complete your teleportation to Istar and see that Xanatos is safely taken care of and able to recover.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
How long is a long rest for an elf?
An elf's long rest is 4 hours.
Fucking
Yeah, because I was thinking of doing a long rest, then going to eat after I do a ritual, and do another long rest so I can do another ritual on Risen.
Okay. So essentially just trying to maintain some preparation and heal him as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After Camuriel tells us that it's going to take about 8 hours, Strom bows and says that he'll be back in 8 hours then, and then he leaves the room, and then he goes up the stairs to check on Kilonar and Xanatos.
Okay. Now, what about the rest of you? What are you going to do for the next 8 hours?
That's a good question.
I kind of want to look for bracers of armor, something that doesn't count as armor but gives me passive AC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect. I plan on going into the market afterwards.
I have a question for you, Dave. Can I go through some sort of attempt to figure out what the, as the character, to figure out what the belt does?
Well, I mean, that's part of the, forced attunement process. Once it fully attunes you, yeah, he is fully aware of what that cloak does for him.
Okay. Never mind then.
It cloaks him. Protects him from the cold.
Yep, keeps him
That
very,
is-
very warm.
That is what it does, yes. Makes me warm. I feel fuzzy inside.
Alright, so I'm going to check up with Kilo and Iron Xanatos, and then I guess me and Theris are going into the market.
I'm gonna come too.
Okay.
Don't buy shit.
So you guys are planning on doing some shopping?
I'm gonna buy something, yeah. Also, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for any, how to word this? Effective, soup kitchen type deals.
Soup kitchen deals.
Anything that helps poverty or poor people, or anything of that nature. Anything charitable that obviously looks good.
I'm gonna suspiciously head to the thing I just texted Dave.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Joey's probably going to head there too at some point.
I'm looking for an enchanter. Dave already knows what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I'm going to mute for a second.
Dave really needs to
problem.
cough.
He needs to die, that's what he's doing. The man's dying. that.
Yeah, because I went to
in the
like just
garage.
take a deep breath to start speaking, and then like the remains of my cold that I had last time is like still there, so I'm still coughing crap up. I fucking hate this.
Inhale the shit ton of fucking phlegm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last like remnants of it, because I'm still like coughing up like yellow and green shit. So, but at least I'm not like super congested and feeling like I want to just play in traffic.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? Okay, so you're what? Ziggy's wanting to kind of like spend a little bit of his money to kind of like benefit the poor, or spend his time, or mixture of both.
If I find something, and depending on what it is, I will potentially give some money to it.
Okay. How much are you kind of like willing to part with? You know, just for the sake of argument. Mind you, I will kind of give you like a general thought process. The average like baseline commoner low end worker will probably see somewhere between 1 and 5 gold pieces a year in wages.
Okay, well then what I was thinking is excessively high. I was thinking like 100 plat.
Oh my god.
Just dump my entire over
Well,
1,000.
that's
plat,
actually the low
destroy
end
the
of what I
local
was
economy.
thinking, which was my character literally does not value money.
I mean, that is entirely up to you if you want to go like that far in a charitable
But
situation.
I'm not like I don't want to spend all of it in one spot. I want to kind of like spread it around.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I wasn't assuming. I was just kind of like giving you a reference point as far as like
Yeah.
mental investment into the situation.
Well, I will if I find anything like that. I'll probably just end up giving it roughly like 100 plat.
Why do I feel like he's doing that thing in Fable where you donate a bunch of money to people so you get your good bar back up?
Oh no, I think Sean found a new image.
Oh, what is Sean?
Ooh, I found 4.
Oh no. Well, my Discord is up, so I will be waiting to look at that while I'm...
You're gonna like. One of them is perfect. Like, there's no way it's not.
Mhm.
And one of them looks like he's Zed. I like that helmet.
As far as Strom paying a visit to Kilo Inar and Xanatos, when you walk into the room and you kind of take a look at Kilo Inar, you kind of like mentally recall like everything that has happened. It feels like it has been, in terms of like time relativity, it feels like it has been way longer than it actually has been. But you know, from the time that you guys left Helm's Hold and then went to Port Last and then finally made it here, you know, you guys are just on the other side of a 10-day. And Kilo Inar looks like he has not slept in over a 10-day. Like, you can see the exhaustion on his expression, even though he's still, you know, maintaining the, you know, stoic disposition, doing his duty, keeping an eye on Xanatos, making sure that he's protected. But you can definitely tell that exhaustion is wearing on him. That, you know, now the concern is not necessarily just for Xanatos' health, but Kilo Inar's as well. Oh yeah, I see the Zed image there.
But yeah, what about 2?
I'm definitely in agreement on 2.
Pauldrons are right. He has 3 fingers on that other hand for some reason.
Magic.
It was either 2 or 4.
Quick question. Where do I see what I'm wearing?
You mean as far as like physical clothes underneath the robe, or?
Oh, I mean like necklaces, rings, clothing. Like, is there like a?
I mean,
is it just in the like list here?
It's going to be in that list there. You can't. Some of the players have already like kind of like organized their stuff to a way of like, this is what I'm currently wearing openly on my person, whether it be clothes, armor, necklace, rings, etc. And then they will place one of their bags or the bag of holding, and then beneath that is all of the items that are contained within.
So this is everything. Like, everything here is everything I have.
Everything that is there is everything that you have. How you have that organized is entirely up to you.
Okay. So I don't have an amulet. I'm gonna look at amulets then.
Where the fuck it? Oh, it's right there. It's hiding. There we go. I actually didn't think about that, Dave. Thank you. I didn't organize mine that way.
The only reason I point that out is because Kat actually organized her character's inventory that way, which made a hell of a lot of sense.
Okay,
If I ever
I'm
spent
gonna-
any time in my character sheet, I would probably do that.
I mean,
Ferris
you guys
is
have full
organized
access to
as
everything when you
mine.
log in. So, I mean, even when we're not holding a session, you guys can hop in here and kind of like periodically whittle away at that and get that organization
Oh, yeah.
for the sake of your sanity.
I don't have my bag of holding.
You don't?
Unless it's the back. Yeah, unless it's the backpack. I don't have the bag of holding in here. Have I not had it
You
the
don't-
whole fucking time?
You.
I don't
I
know if you
believe you
ever
had
actually
a bag
got
of
one.
holding.
I did. I was supposed
Zero.
to, but I don't think. No. For Dracus, as well.
No.
Okay, well, you might have.
Way.
You might have not put it in your list then.
Dave,
I
you're
didn't
gonna
think
shit
about it. I
up
thought Dave was going to.
Oh no. Alright, then I will bag of holding. Because I remember you guys doing like a very initial shopping trip, and this could have been an oversight on my part during character generation, because Dracus was generated at level 5. So the bag of holding should have been
Yeah,
added
that
in
was-
there, so it might have been a
Yep.
like missed thing on my
Yeah,
part.
but that was the after the dragon fight, or before the dragon fight was when. No, yeah, it was after the dragon fight was when I bought everyone a bag of holding.
Well, I mean, you bought everybody in that party the bag of holding with
Yeah,
the
which
party
Cyril was part of
resources.
it.
Right, but
Yeah,
of course
which
that's
Cyril was part of
Cyril's
the
bag.
group.
You know, Dracus at the time was an NPC character that, you know,
Yeah,
Sean
but
was
he
kind of
had
like...
his own bag of holding,
Right.
like before the dragon fight, or before that even happened.
Yeah, because that would have been part of the, like, because we're creating a character at level 5, there's going to be, you know, certain pieces of equipment that you're going to get, and as well as a little bit of gold, etc., etc. So, anyway, that is currently fixed. I am about 90% sure that Ziggy did not end up with a bag of holding, so while I have this tab open...
Yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna
looking
check.
through that. I don't have one.
Yes. This is one of those things that it's like it's very easy to
You might want to
overlook.
check. You might want to check those.
It looks like I have a bag of holding. It's listed right below my cloak of billowing.
Okay.
Are you sure that's not the banana hammock of holding?
No, it's very specifically the cloak. He wanted something he could use for dramatic effect, or maybe to bluff someone.
He was
Until you
talking
throw
about
a
your bag
cloak.
of holding.
It escaped Joey. It's okay.
Maybe.
Sean laughed at it.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought he said banana hammock of billowing. I don't know
No,
why I
banana
thought-
hammock
What?
of holding.
Hammock of billowing.
That would be.
said-
Oh my god! Now it's just like elephant trunk, like billowing. Oh
yeah,
my
this
god!
floppy dick
Oh.
in the breeze.
I saw
Now
it.
now we're getting into the Watchmen and the floppy blue penis shit, and I don't want
Yeah.
to be here anymore.
I'm staying out of this.
You can't. It's too big and it's flopping through buildings.
Oh god.
He's
Gross.
tired of these people, their problems.
Zach, have you opened your character sheet and looked at what happened due to Roll20's updates? I am disgusted at your character sheet right now.
What
Wait,
happened?
Okay, he has a bag of holding.
Oh.
Do you know how your axe got duplicated, Sean?
Yeah.
Everything, all of his spells got duplicated in his attack listing theme.
Oh
here.
my
oh my
lord.
god.
It has been duplicated like 3 or 4 times in here. I can't look at that.
Why?
Because Roll20 is a bunch of fucks.
Why is a Mega Raptor considered an item?
a Mega Raptor?
Those?
Yes.
None of the tokens of hero are updated, and Bim Bim Bop is still here.
Oh no.
Dave, I'm posting something into the meme chat.
The first look at Omni-Man. Oh yeah.
Dude,
you didn't know
they're
about
fucking-
that?
No, I didn't know they were fucking putting Omni-Man in
Yeah,
fucking
they
Mortal
put
Kombat.
Omni-Man in there, and Homelander I think is in there as well.
Yep.
Oh god, sorry. After that game I played as Homelander Darius, I can't. No.
Homeland.
Tit milk.
Yes.
That was.
Okay.
That's all he
I
does.
guess
Tit milk.
because
No.
we have done this updating.
Dave, were you there for that?
Yes,
When
yes
I
I
did
was.
Did you hear me scream? He actually says I need milk when he dies.
No, I didn't hear that
He
part.
does.
Yeah.
That
He
is
goes, I need milk.
that's fucking disturbing.
That's
Like what the fuck?
Like, I am so horribly disturbed. I didn't need to know that.
Okay, I'm gonna actually put all my rings up as something he's technically wearing, but the ones that are checkmarked are the ones he's actually got.
Okay, I believe... Nope, I gotta do Mono's token. That's right.
Bucket from.
He's too big. He's fine. Okay. Everybody's updated token should be posted on here, so I guess I have homework to do between the next session. Because I'm going to have to update all of my pages that have tokens on it.
Yep.
Hooray! All of the landing pages.
I tagged you with the Mega Raptor.
Tag me on the Mega Raptor, huh? Prehistoric Titans still...
Why is that an item?
I don't know why that is in the item category. I think somebody at Roll20
a Mega Raptor?
You got a raptor in the market? You just fucking change it from a Mega Raptor to an Ego Raptor.
Huh.
Oh, great. Now it's just going to be yelling at video games.
Yeah, that's all it does. It just screams, Jesus Christ, Aaron, more! More!
Just any Starbomb song starts playing. I put my money on the Battle of Luigi or the Rio versus Kinrat battle.
What the fuck? Oh, Irish. Okay.
But anyway, where was the last place I was at? Oh yeah, the description of Kilo and R for Strom.
Yeah.
So yeah, how does Strom react to what he's seeing?
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Oh my god. We lost somebody.
Ignore my shit. Alright. Fucking audio. I'm gonna punch Discord in their nuts.
I can hear that shit.
No, like, legit, when Dave's talking, and he just becomes, like, even more echoey and faded, it pisses me off. Because it's like, okay, thanks, Discord.
I don't know
Stop
if that's
fucking doing
Discord
that.
or the fact that I have no carpet on my floors anymore. And
No,
my house
it
is
is
just a giant echo
legitimately
trap.
Discord. No, it literally is Discord because it happens to everyone in the call.
Oh,
the
that's
entire call
great.
just becomes faded and echoey, and it's been doing it for months, and I don't know how to fix it.
Then eventually
It's-
it just turns into...
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, it's more like this, Dave.
I swear to fucking God, I would mute. Okay, that's better. If she had clicked the ooh, I was muting her. I was deafening immediately.
I mean, I can if you want.
I don't need
No.
to die a second time, please.
No, shut up. Stop.
I don't have the uwu button.
Did
Somebody
you
hit
just
the
make the
uwu
noise?
button.
It sounds like
No.
she's woo-wooing over there.
I don't
No, I
think she's
haven't.
capable of an uwu. I don't think she's capable. She might prove me wrong eventually. I fucking warned you, I'm not hearing that! Fuck you! Fuck you and the dick you wrote in on!
Size isn't everything.
Make,
Si-
make me have to mute
Size
my
is,
fucking
Joey.
mic. Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry,
Killing
Dave.
me. I need
No.
oxygen. No, not that.
Stop! You violated the law.
Yes.
I'm fucking tired. I'm always expecting Eminem when I just get the fucking Oblivion card.
You gotta listen to like the entire song.
I
Like it gets
listened to
way
the full song.
worse.
It gets deranged at the end.
Oh my god. Like that was not the direction I was
That's
expecting it
not
to
me.
go. Yeah, it's called Straight Out of Cyrodiil.
It's freaking great.
I was gonna say, just send it to me, like, later.
Let's see. I think I can just copy this. Share, copy. Yeah, I'm just gonna post it in the Dragon's Meme Horde since.
I think I found a wand that is probably going to be very expensive.
Most things are expensive.
I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to link it where that one just got put. Whatever that shit is. The fucking Uwu Velociraptor.
What in the hell?
I like this wand. It has no practical purpose.
Wand of Scowls. That. You know what that was? That was literally just like a padding of magic items for the DMG. That it's like, I know you're playing me, but you're right. I kind of want to have this.
I can force you to scowl for a minute.
This is as bad as the fucking Tasha's Hideous Laughter in Baldur's Gate 3.
What about the can of lawyer?
Oh, a lawyer in a can?
Yeah.
That's literally Brie.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
She's not in the can.
I forgot about that.
Do you know what magic
I need to
item
roll something
I would
else.
love to have in this campaign? It was a custom magic item made for the Adventure Zone campaign called the Nitpicker. It's a little gnome.
Okay. Well,
that when you set it up.
Theris, one thing that I wanted to point out, as you were moving around your gold pieces and platinum pieces and your gems and whatnot, you noticed that one of the gems was rather suspicious. And as you began examining it, you realized that it was it's actually a magic item in and of itself. And upon its discovery, it transforms into your hand into a rubber duck.
Oh no. Did I just get the rubber duck item?
And as you're kind of like wandering around and looking at this, and you go to turn to show it to somebody, as, you know, in typical Theris fashion, not fully paying attention, you almost bang your head on someone, and you hear a voice in your head that just says, duck.
Oh my god.
You have now given us reason to use this, Dave.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. For now.
Oh my god.
I hope that is the best investment of one gold piece you have ever received.
You're no fucking kidding.
Where did you buy this?
He did not. It was when you guys were sorting out the treasure. I totally forgot about this because my wife brought it up when she showed me something from GM Binder, and I'm like, what in the fuck are you showing me? Because she finds some of the stupidest shit. And she's like, oh, we should have this in the campaign. And I'm like, what in the fuck is this? And it is literally a rubber duck that just says duck whenever you're about to get hit.
As soon as you said it turned into a rubber duck, I remember reading that somewhere a week or two ago, and I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the rolling of the 1d8. You were number one. You were my number one choice. The dice gods have spoken. You have now received the rubber duck of ducking.
Yes.
It would never say anything to me. I'm too small.
It's like you're fucking fighting Yoda in Soul Calibur 4. Just...
Boop doop doop boop 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 boop.
I somehow managed to forget my U.
You do that a lot.
You're just telling him to look frightful. Like, kick the door down, observe how he looks. Look frightful! You're about to warn him of a battle or something.
I feel like he was trying to say,
I know
God's
he's-
above Killinar, comma, you look frightful.
I know what he was... Yeah,
And just Dragon Clawed fat fingered it when he was typing?
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You fucking Captain Obvious, get out of here.
I'm Captain Obvious, away!
I want his name to be changed to Captain Obvious for a fucking week.
No, I'm the Cosmic Horror.
The Cosmic
You're the
Horror. Captain Obvious's Cosmic Horror.
No. Cosmic Obvious.
What about Captain Horror?
Captain Obvious Cosmic Horror.
Yeah, I like that too.
Or an Oblivious Cosmic Horror.
I like that one. Do that one. It's accurate. Ferris is the slut of the group, I guess.
Let's be honest, you are.
Yeah. You guys, we don't even have a bard, and I'm number one. You guys got to catch up. These are some rookie numbers we got here.
You don't know my character.
Nobody
More
even
than that
tried to
one.
seduce the last dragon.
I'm not going to try to seduce the dragon.
I don't know, Ferris. Did it have a pretty face?
It did.
No, it was terrifying.
like a
That's why we
fish.
fucking killed it.
It looked
Oh,
like a
of
fish. It was
course
pretty.
you're a girl dragon. Please
Cyril would
don't
actually
make.
have tried. You're a rookie.
Please don't make me the donkey of this group. I have
If
babies that
no,
want to be with a teaching chick.
That's Cyril.
Oh.
He's just not here right now.
But that's one
Yeah,
of
though
my
I think
favorite
at
jokes.
some
Joey, I just have one question for you. Have you ever had your head inside of a vagina?
no.
Which head?
I refuse to answer
Yes.
that.
Both
Asshole
of them.
baby.
He should be prepared.
Yeah,
We're
wrap
not
your head around
prepared.
that joke. Asshole baby.
Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? You're not
Oh,
wrong, Walter. You're just
Robert-
an asshole.
Robert sent a text.
No, he did.
Not the Robert text.
Oh, Robert the Bruce.
Robert the Bruce the
Mhm.
text.
So I think Robert's expecting to switch from using the big gen to the small one. So you don't get yelled at.
No, it's okay. What I hold on.
But yeah, sometime between the rest, she thought she would check on Kilo to see how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised.
You're surprised.
Surprised.
Oof.
Oof, what?
Oh, both my brother's cams are empty.
Mm.
Means he's probably gonna fill them up.
Yeah. I mean, they just passed the airport, so that means they didn't stop at Maverick.
So does that mean you guys need to take up defensive positions outside before Robert the Bruce lays siege to the property?
I have the big gen on, and Bruce can suck a dick. I unplugged their trailer. He gave that as an alternative option. He gets pissed, I'll be like, I unplugged it. I needed to use this one because the other one would have ran out much too quickly. And it was only going to be on for session. I was going to use the small one for any gaming I did if I had the time. So you can
Do
fucking
we
suck
have
my dick.
any more? Do you have any more gas in the other 2 cans?
No, I used all of it. There was very little left. Also, I'm surprised I haven't gotten a response from you.
Oh, is a Pokemon now.
Chomp.
Oh, it didn't tell me you sent me a message.
Bitch! Not you, Discord. Hold on, I gotta send the same thing to Dave. Hold on.
Yeah, though I think when she went to go have her and Risen eat, she'll probably bring some up with for Kilo
Mm-hmm.
with a drink. Not taking the no eating. You will not get out of not eating.
What is he laughing at? I'm scared. When Dave laughs, it concerns me.
Just laughing at her like, I'm not tolerating your bullshit. You're gonna eat your fucking food, you're gonna drink your fucking drink, and you're gonna like it.
Do it, bitch tit. Do it!
Just put a freaking
Like,
like coffee cup and like a bowl and then do the airplane to the mouth until they eat kind of shit.
I'm not doing that. 2 Kilo.
Those wouldn't do it because that man could kill me. I think I could honestly slay. I could point at any one of you fuckers, and go, that person could kill me, and I would be right.
Ziggy wouldn't want to.
But you'd have the ability.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
You just wouldn't.
Hard to
You
say.
just don't feel. Yeah. I feel like between the two of us, your AC is high enough that I think you just beat me. I don't roll that good to begin with. There's no way I'm getting consistent 27s.
Well, if I was gonna fight you, I would probably just run up and beat the fuck out of you in melee.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because, like, why give casters an advantage against me? By letting them cast.
And granted, I can cast when you're in melee range.
Only
you're
spell
still in
prepared
melee.
is counter spell.
Not that it matters. He can hit me at that range, so it's not like I have the advantage. I can just still do damage at that range. He just has to kill me before I kill him, and we all know how that would go for me.
But Ziggy doesn't innately like violence. He accepts
Yeah.
it, but ideally not immediately. What if we put him on some kind of weird throne and sacrificed mages to him?
Do not recommend.
Yeah, like a giant gold throne.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean with like all kinds of ways to like magically or techno-organically like absorb the magic and then pump it into his body to make sure to keep him alive, so that way, you know, he doesn't die.
Well, he's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can have guards surrounding him like 24/7
Well, he's in a tavern. He's pretty safe.
with other mages around him.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Aren't there Custodes Psychers?
Some of them.
I think they're directly from the Emperor's gene seed, so wouldn't they all technically have like some kind of psyker power to some extent?
I'm not 100% sure. The Custodes have never particularly interested me outside of a couple individual characters. Like the one who got ripped apart by the word bears. Apparently they're just not psychers. I think that's in an attempt to keep them from being corrupted in that regard. Can't tempt someone with no connection and whatnot. But they're not exactly blanks either. I think they're just in a weird spot where it's like, they're guards, don't think about it. I assume it would be pointless to do the same like magical offering ritual again.
Not necessarily. I mean, it would still be of benefit if you're willing to sacrifice a spell slot or two.
Yeah, I mean, if it's helpful. I don't know what our time frame is. Like, he's saying we'll get there tonight, but I suppose...
Well, I mean, you guys
if
still
it's gonna be
technically kind of
helpful.
have, like, the opportunity for a long rest, so, I mean, you know, kind of... Depending on what's going on, how you want to view it, if it's like, I'm not going to miss, you know, a spell slot or two, and, you know, forego doing a long rest so that way you can do some shopping and do your philanthropical event.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So I'll just have Ziggy walk up the stairs in the middle of their conversation. And just appear there.
Then I was thinking that when she gave him the food and drink, she'd also use lesser restoration on Kilo just to make him feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he would greatly appreciate that. That would alleviate, what is it, 1 level of exhaustion, or is it 2? Let's have a look here. Lesser restoration. Lesser
It doesn't say, but you...
actually doesn't remove any levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, but you said, it can as a flavor because of, because of that. Because there's no spell for...
Oh yeah, you were actually correct. I think part of that is because the note in here, I must have read that from the wiki dot, is probably why.
Yeah, because, but I think you said it removes 1.
Yeah, I think it would remove
1 level.
Yeah. Let's have a look at greater restoration.
I'll get my fucking pants on. Get ready to go with Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, greater restoration, according to the wiki dot, actually states that it reduces the target's exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following
It's just-
effects on a creature or on the target.
Yeah, I think it's because 5e took it out, and you said fuck that.
Yeah. But I think with lesser restoration, it's not like a complete removal; it's a temporary alleviation. So after 8 hours or something like that, the exhaustion effect will come back. If you would use greater restoration, it would be a permanent reduction in level of. That would be the smart way to balance it. But either way, he's still going to be grateful for it.
Yeah, but it would give him some time to rest, to sleep.
Yep, and
But she'd do that after.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say she'd do that after the first 4 hours and after healing resin.
Mm-hmm.
And unless he needs another heal of greater restoration after another 4 hours.
I mean, Risen will probably be back up to about 80-90% strength at that point after the repeated castings of greater restoration, because you'll have hit him once already before your long rest, hit him again after the long rest before you teleported, and
yeah, because that'd be the third time.
Yeah, so after the 4 hours, hit him again, and then after the 4 hours, hit him again. So yeah, that'll be 4 full castings of greater restoration. So yeah, he's like 80-90% at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can, since I'm doing that, would that take away the permanent damage effect too?
Yeah, that will. I mean, part of that permanent damaging effect is like there's really not going to be much of a fixing to that because there's an infusion of the Shadowfell that's kind of corrupted him to a certain extent. But as far as like the more traumatic damage to his body and soul, yeah, that will end up being undone.
Okay.
Because I mean, the infusion of the Shadowfell magic is semi-beneficial.
Yeah. And it's like after that, her and Risen probably stay in the same room as Kilo and Zentus, just so Kilo can rest.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting for an incredibly violent gif from Sean at this point.
Why is that?
For what? I can't even understand what you're saying because Echo!
Nerd.
He's back.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not.
no.
He must not be reading the chat then.
Hold on. Because when my... Go away.
Well, fine.
Not you. No.
Yes.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on.
You know what I expect.
Hold
You
on.
better not disappoint
Hold on.
me.
I'm working on it. It's loading. I think it's this one.
The DM is pleased.
It is happening. Also, I might need to send you a few things just so I can get them on my phone again.
Oh, oof.
Yeah, I made it. See. I'm just gonna send all of these. They are in no particular because I want them on my phone. I forgot to put them back on my phone, and I'm lazy. It's gonna take a minute. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good choice.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you put the Elven Chain above or below the Fey Mail?
You're over here asking me to engage in slave labor once again.
Please.
Do not give me your puppy dog pleading.
I won't help her.
You know I'm going to
I
do
will
it
go in
anyway.
there
I'm
and
just
hit
gonna
her.
bitch the entire time.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Do you want me to move the Fey mail into the backpack or bag of holding?
Bag of holding. You either put it at the top of Revivify.
There you go.
Can we talk about the collection of images I sent you came out as our fucking collage?
I know, right? The Dracus collage.
Right?
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
You could probably put the bladed scarf either above common clues or below it.
Oh, now we're here just nitpicking.
Oh, Riri now.
Why in the hell can I not read words? I don't even see the damn bladed scarf.
It's at the bottom.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
I have done it.
Oop.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The one and only gift that the party received from Bibimbap.
What?
The bladed scarves.
Yes. It's so if you attempt to hang yourself, it slits your throat to guarantee the job.
God damn,
It's a
that's
smart
dark.
choice.
There's a lovely parting gift.
It's the equivalent of giving everyone a cyanide capsule.
I need to reread the chat. Hold on. You guys keep going. I'm just gonna read. Did it really fucking do it again? God fucking damn it! It did it again. Okay, Discord. Hold on. I need to.
Been using that Ziggy as a fucking sippy cup.
I am the right size.
Oh no. Bootadoo. What was the Bootadoo for?
It might have been me. Unless that was Jacob.
How did we hear
What?
that?
I don't know.
Wait,
Scared.
What are we talking about?
I believe it was sound clip. It's a quick thing on soundboard.
I'm just gonna turn that off, because maybe that was part of my problem. Go back to reading. God damn it.
Yeah. Thankfully, someone would have good. But she can't.
Unfortunate.
Why'd you have the message there?
Oh, because I did a strange Pokemon.
Ah.
Like, it wasn't even like a true Pokemon moment. It was more of like a that's not how you structure a sentence.
Dave, you missed the space.
Did I? Oh.
And not set.
Not set. Not set. Okay.
Your last name is not set.
We're gonna try this one more time.
Or Mickleville not set.
He's like, I'm not having this.
We'll try this again.
Oh, Cat got laughed out of the chat.
Oof.
What was the nutsack part?
Be gone, fuck!
Now you fucked it up differently.
Oh my god. Dude, this is fucking terrible. Like,
I didn't even get to see what he fucked up on. God damn it.
He literally put not set.
You fucked up on too many things.
yeah, this has just been like a gargantuan clusterfuck.
It's been a clusterfuck.
Alright, this looks right.
No, I actually need to pull this one out. Where the hell is it? God damn it. The fuck is it?
What are you looking for?
But where?
Why are you bullying me?
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I want that one. I want that one just so I want that one just so I can have it be my enter every single server fucking noise.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Just the fucking scream.
But why not this one?
Now that I've noticed it, I can't notice it.
No,
If you're gonna assign soundboards to other people, we need to assign that one to county.
Yeah,
this one is a server, so
hot dog.
Honestly, I wish he had clipped the one where he was screaming about Mundo Stonks bullshit.
Oh yeah. Dude,
That
I
is
wish
bullshit.
he was recording when I was doing the scrimmage game with him and CC, and I came out of the bottom bush.
Yes!
Oh my god, that was so good.
That was so fucking funny.
And like,
Did he just show up to the... Okay, I'm about to say that just to avoid him and his bullshit, we go to our normal chat.
oh, that's fucking great.
He's about to get your fucking screen claimed.
Oh, dude, I don't have enough people that watch this, or probably people enough to care to actually like have anything bad happen. And if it does, it's just like, oh, just make a new one. I don't fucking care. This is all here for resources anyway. So.
Alright.
Either way. Well played, sir. Well played.
Alright.
Broke it up in a weird way, but okay, whatever. Do I need to roll anything, or just pick how many spell slots?
At this point, because you've kind of already had an experience with like how this feels, you know exactly, how far to let this go.
Okay.
And so, you're not going to let yourself be like completely drawn in and consumed and, like a psyker for the Emperor on the Golden Throne.
Oh yeah.
More skulls for the skull throne.
It has its fair share. Yeah, I'll just channel like I guess the level 5. I don't know if it makes a difference specifically.
The higher the spell slot, the more magic you're channeling into him, which can only be a good thing at this point.
So I'll just use the one that isn't from the dragon on that.
I guess the question is, can Theris even do that, considering where he gets his magic from?
I mean, it's technically still magic. You know, there's still a manipulation of the weave going on here.
So could like Theris kind of like help and give some magic up? I mean, I only have 2 spell slots, but I get those back every hour, so.
Right, all you'd need to do is just, you know, sit down for an hour and be like, and I'm magical again.
If it makes an actual difference, I will use more spell slots. If it's just a flavor thing, I don't see a point.
I mean, to some extent, like, it is a flavor thing, and, you know, you're developing a strong rapport with these 2 NPCs that you're willing to sacrifice your magical capabilities for, you know, a part of time throughout the day in order to make sure that Xanatos survives. And especially in Ziggy's case, because he doesn't have the prior relationship with King Lominar and Xanatos, that it's meaningful actions.
No, go. Well, if it's helpful, I'll burn like a
I pun the bow going.
I was just say the only ones that can do it is Ziggy and Theris. And technically Mono at this point, but I'm not sure if they would do that. And like, Savannah would. Yeah, Savannah would if she could, but she can't because she doesn't have that kind of, her magic is
You got divine, not arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, I could do it as a half warlock.
I mean, hypothetically, yeah, you could sacrifice the warlock spell slots.
You know, all one or 2 of them.
I mean, I guess based on the results that you had the last time with just, like, you know, a few spell slots from Ziggy, if, you know, the lot of you actually, like, dedicate some spell slots, you might actually be able to temporarily get him up on his feet.
If and I don't know exactly how it works, but you should only have 1 or 2 warlock slots.
I have 5.
No, you don't have 5 warlock slots. You only have 2 warlock slots. The rest are paladins.
I was just gonna fucking say the fuck.
Like, what the fuck?
No, here's the real thing from Strom's perspective. He doesn't have warlock slots. He doesn't have paladin slots. He has smites. That's it. Smite is smite.
So he's using 2 warlock smites.
That dragon fight was actually the first time I had used that many smites in a single fight.
Well, I mean, you could definitely see just how much damage you can produce when you just, like, smite.
Not give a shit.
That was the first time I've used my Eldritch Smite.
And, you know, that's kind of part of the reason why you lean into the warlock side, because that gives you basically 2 free smites every short rest. And they're always going to be at the highest level spell slot available, which is kind of why you want to put more levels into the warlock side of things, because that levels up those smites. Once you hit a particular point, you know, there's really not much point in going any further, because it caps out at like 5d8 or something like that.
Yeah. Fifth level spell is the highest, I think.
Yeah. The only other thing that you could do to enhance it even further is, well, actually, no, I think Eldritch Smite actually overrides your ability to use the Paladin Smite.
I thought we determined that they were separate entities. You could theoretically
Well, I mean, they're separate entities, but I don't think you would technically be able to, like, stack them. You would have to...
Damn. Just want to point out that the last time we talked about this, he said we could. We've never done it yet, so it's up until we actually do it.
Yeah, let me actually read Eldritch Smite.
Because I don't have any spell slots that could help Xanatos get up to
I mean, if you wanted to use Eldritch Smite, it would probably be the wiser thing to do rather than using one of the Paladin Smites because of the secondary effect. Knocking the target prone if it's huge or smaller.
Fair enough.
So, if Strom is like, say he's got a charged spell from the Paladin side of things, and then does an Eldritch Smite when he lands with a melee attack since his blade is his packed weapon, then, he can definitely unleash a hellacious combo. He would just have to pick up the Eldritch Smite feature through the Eldritch Invocations, but he'll have to be a 5th level Warlock in order to take that.
What about using Eldritch Smite?
You won't have access to that invocation until you're a 5th level Warlock, but basically, because that specifically says Warlock spell slots, when you're expending your Warlock spell slot specifically, you will want to use Eldritch Smite instead of your standard Divine Smite, because if you choose to do that, you can knock a target prone if it's huge or smaller.
So apparently it's canon that Draven is packing like a fucking 14-inch dick.
What?
That's knowledge I didn't need.
It's canon now.
So I didn't hear it. What happened?
That's not canon.
It's canon now.
What's not canon? What is canon? What's happening?
Draven's gigantic penis, apparently.
Oh.
That explains why he walks a little hunched over.
He walks fast, he's kneeing himself in the cock.
I got something. What do you think of this so far? I'm trying.
Oh man, this absolute mad lad.
I'm trying. It's starting to.
Oh, that's
it's
actually
starting
good.
to. It's starting to.
Mm-hmm.
Suggestion for rogue color. Because I just went standard.
In his case, considering what he's representing, you could probably either do white or red. So in your exposition here, how many spell slots are you expending? Just 2?
I was going to give him all my 4 and all my 3 and my 1/5.
Oh, okay, so you're going like balls deep this time.
Yeah.
And I was, if I'm capable, I'd like to do both my spell slots.
Okay.
Especially with the robe, I feel fairly safe at the moment. And I've seen all of you fight dragons, so I feel safe in that regard.
That's fair.
Wait, is this like after everyone's done everything?
I think this is before everyone like does shopping trip and.
I feel safe shopping in the city. If someone's gonna mug me, I'm tiny as fuck.
You can just hide behind big people.
I still got a one-leg cantrip. I'm not worried about it.
It's like, don't mug me, mug this guy, I'll kill you.
I thought you
I will
were
too, but that's different. Sorry.
You thought Joey what?
shopping.
I'm going to with Strom and
right, because Strom was in here first, and then.
But we're doing some roleplay first.
We got sideways, sidetrack. Sideways? Both.
Okay, so Ziggy's basically donating his 5th level, all of his 4th, all of his 3rd. Theris is dedicating both his 2 Warlock spell slots. What is Mono giving up here?
Fuck it, give them all.
Every single one of your spell slots.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
We're gonna take a nap afterwards.
I mean, I'm assuming that you probably will if you're going to go this far.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you are going to have 8 hours. Okay. So.
I click counterspell on accident. Don't worry about that.
So considering Xanatos' reaction the last time that you kind of like dedicated like just, a few small level spell slots, the dedication of the much more robust spell slots and the channeling of the weave from the 3 of you, you actually like end up revivifying him to a certain point. Like he actually opens his eyes and sits up and kind of looks around at all of you. You can still see that like he is still, very much completely drained. The magic is completely gone from his eyes. With his eyes open, you can see the golden hourglass shape of his irises. But he is like like he recognizes he's been out of it for quite a while, and he's no longer in Helm's Hold.
Hi! I've literally never met you.
First thing he sees is a gnome in a completely oversized robe.
No, it actually fits now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now that he's attuned to it, it actually fits properly.
It would be fun if it was just a pile of smoldering light.
I imagine he sensed me when I did it the first time anyway.
Oh yeah, well I mean, remember he kind of like temporarily like woke up and like forcibly severed himself from you because of what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I remember that now. Been a minute.
Yeah. I figured. I just thought about it. It's like, before she takes her off, she'll probably go get something and bring up food. So.
Yeah, I think you said that before we started this whole feeding the Emperor on the Golden Throne concept.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, we're going to be the first to be sacrificed, aren't we?
Only if you don't channel it correctly and he sucks you in.
Right. Well, I mean, with instruction from Ziggy and kind of like letting him lead the way to a certain extent for what you guys are doing, you have a safe-ish connection for the most part. It's not like you're going to completely burn yourselves out and become a desiccated corpse in the tavern room. But
if you did, he'd wake up and be real confused.
Hmm.
Did he kill a child or a gnome?
I'm getting there, Dave.
Oh no.
It's actually working.
This man has found new purpose in life.
Yes. I like the first one I sent you, but yeah, it needs better detail. Ooh. Ooh. Fuck, I like stream to just Dave.
Oof.
I want you to see this. God damn it. Alright, I might need to save a couple of these because these are pretty good. But I will try another round. Continue.
I see Sylvana is typing something, so I'm going to wait until the enter key is pressed before we add any more exposition here. Besides Ziggy's emphatic "Hi."
Yeah, you shut up my eye there. That's weird. I'm near your face now.
So yeah, he's wide-eyed and I mean definitely still looking horribly exhausted. As I said, the magic being gone from his eyes, and you can, for the party members that remember seeing this back in Bryn Shander after he had exhausted his magic the first time, the golden hourglass-shaped irises that he has, when that green glow is gone.
Noticing that, does that mean anything to me? Like the irises being in that shape?
I mean, it's a very obvious, like, that is not natural. That is probably some kind of side effect as to something magical related. Now, what that means as far as how he perceives the world, as far as what that means, I mean, your brain is probably going to go all sorts of places, but having no reference for it at all whatsoever, you'd have to ask him about it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that right now because this seems like a bad time. So.
One of those things that it's like, there's more to this mage than just, sleeping man in red robes.
Well, people are going through a lot of effort to save him, so.
Oh. Dave, fuck me.
No, I will not.
No. See, you have to pass that on to her because she's not listening.
Oh, oof.
Why?
I have to send Dave this. This is really cool. This is really good. My God, this is good. Don't I gotta do it right. Dave, this is good.
Good enough
Look at this.
I refuse to look. That's okay. We got a winner.
Yeah, you see?
Yep, we got a winner here.
I found it.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it. That's the gemstone.
Oh, and you see the rings he's got on one hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, perfect. Found it.
Yep, so that one is that's a pinner right there. Pew, 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 pew.
By the way, you're welcome. I deleted some of the older pins that didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Taking out some, so... But I found it. I gotta save this prompt for later. Am I wrong, Dave?
No, you're not wrong. Honestly, post the prompt directly below that so that way you don't lose it.
Oh, I have it saved on my phone, but yeah, I'll post it to you too, just so you guys have it.
Yeah, in case I decide I want to fuck around with it.
You can. Feel free. Let me just, is it properly spaced? Okay, cool. Now here you go. You just, might need to edit some things to remove some of the words, because that's what I was going to do, but then I hit that and I was like, nope, we're good.
Gotcha.
That's why I wanted to post, but it's like, I typed it on Steam, that fucking sucks.
Oh, I believe it.
It does.
Yeah, so then Sylvana and Risen will be present for this awakening as well.
So is that everybody?
I mean, other than who hasn't announced their presence here. I mean, Kalmar's going to be doing Kalmar things because Kalmar's not here right now, so she is probably consuming copious amounts of alcohol and fantasizing about murdering goblins.
The only one that didn't say anything was you, Sean.
I just said my thing. I'm just going to be, like, take an assumption as to where Drakus will be, and it's probably true.
On the toilet.
Okay, yours is not true, because what the fuck?
No. See, honestly, like, as soon as you get back, the first thing, he kicks open the door, and he's just like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. First things first, where's your shitter? Got a dump one that can choke a donkey. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. It's squidgy.
Well, basically,
You just hear the horrible sound effects of a large man trying to get out of his plate mail to take a shit.
Right.
It's like the Rubik's Cube meme, but it's the entire clothing instead of just the belt. That's a Rubik's Cube now.
Nice.
Come to find out that one last trick that Sankira played on Drakus was she padlocked his codpiece in place.
And you are killing yourself.
Yes, I am.
But yeah, I think when Savannah and Risen get there, would be in the middle when everyone's feeding Xanatos.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, well, I guess this food is useless. You guys are already feeding him.
Real sustenance.
Yeah, he probably does, but it's like, it's also food for both Xanatos and Kilo.
Mm-hmm.
And actually making Kilo eat.
Yeah, so as you kind of get in there and, everybody being in this room, seeing this, happen, of course, Kilo and R is sitting there watching, graciously taking the food that you brought to him, eating a little bit, drinking a little bit, and just, this is beyond his capacity, so he's just, a bystander at this point. And, of course, he trusts you guys to not only be responsible with yourselves, but with Xanatos as well.
Yeah, though someone would stare at him, just silently telling him that you eat more than that.
Eat the food! Kilo, you fat lard, come get some dinner! Oh my god.
That movie.
And at that time, probably use lesser restoration on him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, alleviating some of that. But at the point that Xanatos sits up and Yeah, as soon as Kilo sees that Xanatos is like now awake, like he's like rushing to set, the food off to the side and getting over to the side of the bed and shifting the pillows around to help him prop himself up and, not overexert himself at this point. Since this is the first time in like over a 10-day that he's actually been awake, like fully been awake.
So wait, all these past sessions for a good while now have been in the last 10 days?
10 to 12 days, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was what I was saying to Onage when he was looking at Key Lonar, that it's like, this man looks like he hasn't slept in a 10-day.
I didn't realize it had only been a 10-day
since you guys left
since
home.
he's been so is that since he's been unconscious or just since we left him?
Because after you guys got back from the Shadowfell, came back, you rested, you took a long rest, and then you prepared to leave Helm's Hold because you're like, look, we need to get him to Istar. So the mission was to get to Luskan, to speak with Jarlaxle, to see if there was a feasible way with which that you could get to Istar with his help. So you knew that it was going to be a day's travel to Neverwinter and then an additional like 3 or 4 or something like that on the road. And then you made it to Neverwinter, stayed the night there, got out on the road again, 2 days worth of travel, so now you're up to 3, and got interrupted and detoured to Port Last, where you were dealing with shit there. You ended up spending a total of like 2 or 3 days in Port Last because you had the initial like detouring, so you lost time there to detour over to Port Last. Then you had the day spent waiting, prepping. You had the battle that happened that night. And then, ceremony and whatnot afterwards, for the Fallen and shit. And then the situation where Sankira fucked Risen and Dracus, almost getting all 3 of them killed, resulting in a rescue. And then there was another good 8 to 10 hours that was wasted needing to long rest yet again after that. And then the prepping to leave on the ship that stopped in Port Last. And so there is another day, and then the 3-day trip on the ship, and then you guys have now spent, this is the 5th day in Luskan. So it has been like 10, 12 days.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Feels like it took longer than that.
Right, and that was kind of the impression that I was giving to Strom, is that it's like, as you're kind of like recounting everything, that it's like, holy shit, all of this has happened in a 10 days. It feels like this is like a month or more of shit that has just happened. It's just been non-stop. And you're seeing a physical representation on somebody's face that just, that's what you guys have been going through.
Neat.
Yeah. But yeah, so at this point, as of course this is happening within like the first few hours of you guys being back from the Underdark after the teleportation circle. So yeah, Xanatos is going to be awake for a little bit, and hopefully for a long enough bit to maneuver himself around. Save you guys a little bit more effort.
And maybe eat something.
Yes, that is the first thing that once Kelonar gets Xanatos situated and propped up, he takes the food that you had also brought for him to hopefully try to give to Xanatos, and he starts doing the whole thing that Sylvana would have been doing in the first place, and Xanatos just kind of looks at him like, you are not my nurse. Fuck off, and just like snatches the bowl from him and the bread and just starts eating. Like, sit down, you fucking nitwit.
Yeah, if Kilo didn't do it, Solana would have.
Would it have been the same reaction?
It probably would have been a no. I can do it. It's fine. It's fine. The relationship between when you have been bonded together for as long as they have been, there's no need for courtesy. It's just 100% asshole all the time, which is why Which is why some of the interactions between Xanatos and Keylone kind of come across as like curt or rude between each other. It's because they know the underlying emotion and attachment to each other, so they can speak frankly, and it doesn't have the personal feelings attached to it. It's just, it is what it is. But yes, with the assistance of 2 wizards and a guy that sold his soul to some eldritch entity, you guys have managed to cast the meta-magical equivalent of Revivify on this man.
And it took 4 of us, blowing basically every spell slot we had.
Mm-hmm. And all that managed to do was just wake him up. So, Ziggy already had a pretty good reference for just how vast the well of energy that he needed was. And even with this, this was just enough to, give him a temporary amount of time of autonomy.
It started the car.
Yeah. You finally managed to get the engine block warm enough that it'll start in negative 30-degree weather.
Oh my god, that fucking happened the other day. I went to go to work. Car was
That's news.
It's like, fuck, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Well, the weather's been so weird, I forgot it was winter.
Mm-hmm.
We're well as close to winter as it is anyway.
I mean, I'm baffled by the weather out here because, we had, almost no rain all summer. I mean, we had, dry lightning and shit, but it was very, very few, rainstorms or anything. And now, over, the last 2 weeks, we've had more rain than we've had since spring in the last 2 weeks.
I had rain the other day. It was weird.
It never fucking rains here.
You live in a desert.
I know.
It rains up here, it's just not as often.
I need to live someplace cold and wet, damn it.
Don't come here. This place is a shithole.
Yeah,
no, it's cold and wet.
Yeah, it's cold and wet, and then the next day it'll be, ridiculously hot and muggy, and you just want to kill yourself.
No, I have a couple of places in mind that I wouldn't mind living. If we're talking just weather, anyways.
Oh, if it was just strictly weather, I'm thinking South Dakota for me personally.
I would live in Brookings, Oregon. It's cold and wet for the majority of the year, and then it's a really nice, not too hot, but warm summer. It's beautiful that time of year.
I mean, for me, I enjoy the wintertime, but I enjoy the actual, rainstorms, thunderstorms, etc. that I don't really get out here. When I went on vacation, traveling out west, 10 years ago, we stayed for, almost a week in South Dakota, and I'm I want to live here. Because it was, almost every night there was a thunderstorm of some kind. There wasn't always rain, but it was just, because it's rolling off of the Black Hills, coming down from the Rocky Mountains, and it's this is just amazing. I love it.
You've got that passive sleep noise in the background all the time.
Mm-hmm. That was probably the most chill I had been in years.
Was that off topic?
Yeah, with that off-topic moment. So anyway, at this point, what are you guys going to do while the crotchety old mage sits there and glares at his bodyguard for trying to nurse and fuss over him, and he sits there and eats his stew and bread?
I will check over to see how he's actually doing.
I'll hop down from the bed.
Do an actual delving and see.
That's a funny thought.
What?
They reckon I could get him with 2 more spell slots every hour.
Just plug yourself into him.
How long would it take to funnel him up to talk with that?
You're going to spend the rest of your existence doing that.
Probably, yeah, for sure. I mean, they're level 5s, but goddamn, that's still not enough.
Mm-hmm. As you come over to the side of the bed, and Xanatos looks at you, and it's oh great, and now everybody's going to fuss over me. He doesn't really protest, but he just kind of gives you that look of just get it over with.
Yeah, and I just give him a look of it's We're gonna continue this until like
The beatings will continue until your lifespan improves.
Look you gave Risen.
Yes.
Sit still. and
Really?
everyone just recognizes that as the cleric is angry look. Don't fuck with her.
I'm gonna make my way downstairs to get a beer, but I'm gonna offer to get him one.
Xanatos with his hand still holding the loaf of like small crusty bread, whatever it would end up being from the tavern. He just kind of like dismissively waves his hand at you before immediately going back to eating it. Or rather, dipping it in the broth and then eating it.
Then I'm just not going to come back up. I'm just going to stay down there.
As Sylvana completes her delving of him and kind of like picking up on things, that it's like he has enough energy to, remain awake and alert, but as far as like actually being able to engage combat-wise, he's like... If he overexerts himself, he could actually kill himself, as the level of exhaustion that he is still suffering from. So at this point, in terms of like anything more than minor conversation and, eating food that he needs to eat and trying to legitimately rest rather than just, floating between consciousness and existence.
Yeah, I would explain that and definitely have this look of you better not do anything to ruin your health anymore.
Kill yourself.
I mean, between bites of food, he's going to be asking, like, what in the fuck are we doing here? So he's like, he knows that you're in Luskan, but he's like, he has no idea what's actually going on. So at this point, he's going to need like a TLDR of why we're here.
Short version, we're getting you back home.
And at that point, he kind of like stops eating and looks at you, and then looks at Keloinar, and Keloinar is just like, "It's the best option that we had, asshole. What do you want?" It's like you collapsed in the middle of the floor after that fight, and like this is the only thing that I could think of. Xanatos kind of like reads that look, as well as, you can tell there's a conversation going on between the two of them, albeit like very, very slowly. Considering consciousness is still fresh for him and he's trying to sort that thought process out. But he eventually relents and just kind of nods in agreement that it's like, yeah, this is probably the best decision that you guys could have made. But he also adds that he's adding that he's assuming that you guys have come up with a solution as to how to get there. We just haven't got there yet.
Yeah, it's more of... What was his name again?
Name of what?
Whose name?
The right-hand man to Jax.
Oh, Kimuriel.
Muriel?
Yeah.
Fucking gay names.
I know, right? Yeah. Basically, Kimuriel is gonna help us, and we had just gotten a stone that he needs to attune to.
And he stops eating and he like swallows what he was currently chewing on, and he kind of gives you a very questioning look of like, hold on a second. And he asks the question, do you actually think that Jarlaxle's mind mage is going to be able to link the prime material plane with my demi plane?
Okay, it was the only option we had at the time, and we didn't know how to. We literally didn't know how to go about it. So,
Out of curiosity, has anyone explained the plan, what they're doing with him to me?
Explain.
I believe so.
Explain what?
Well, like what you just said, like any of that, like that. What I don't think Bibimbap didn't tell him much.
Considering that this process didn't start until Ziggy was already here, Ziggy was made aware of what the teleportation circle.
Okay, so we're talking about that. Oh, okay.
Yes, we're talking about the. If you're going to equate magic to mathematics, he's basically questioning whether or not somebody else is fully capable of actually performing the correct calculations, the right manipulation of magic, understanding of the runes to be able to actually achieve a successful link between the prime material plane and Istar. Then, I mean, essentially it's the same thing that Camuriel said when you guys brought this up to him, explaining like where this place exists, that it's like you're asking me to hit a pinpoint location millions of miles away that's constantly it's constantly moving in a 4-dimensional space, and you expect me to hit that precisely without knowing where it is? And that was the prompting of using the runes from Kilonar's sword, which are actually teleportation runes. It's just he lacks the magic necessary, because it's tied to Xanatos, in order to power the sword to open the gate to get you to Istar. So consequently, you guys are doing a quick and dirty teleportation circle in order to link this.
Okay.
And Sylvana can't really explain that to him because she doesn't delve into the arcane.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But Kilonar can kind of like fill in those gaps, since of course he was privy to the conversation, besides, Ziggy, Mono, and Theris, since they're the primary assistants for this beyond Camuriel. And basically, the way Xanatos kind of describes what Kilonar explains is the equivalent of you come across a really hard level in a video game, so you went and looked up a strategy guide for how to get through it. Basically, you didn't come up with the answer on your own. You found the answer, and now at this point, you just need to, perform it. Which, he kind of gives you an expression of, like, that's some impressive problem-solving skills. So, take that for what you will from the exhausted mage.
I'm in a bar.
Well, at least for the people that are still currently present.
I just got back from fighting a dragon. I need to get fucking drunk.
Not any dragon, no less. A shadow dragon.
That was not what I signed up for. Not that I was particularly against it, but, like, still want to drink.
I mean, considering Ziggy's disposition, seeing a shadow dragon, like, whether or not he has any, particular animus against dragons in general, whether they be chromatic or metallic, a shadow dragon is, it's a crime against nature.
Basically. That tried to burn someone alive and I don't like sucker punches.
Yeah. Where exactly did you leave Risen standing at, Kat?
I left him in the Underdark.
No, because I mentioned that both of them went to get food, so I figured he followed me up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, as far as, like, in the room, can, like, Xanatos see him in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, because if he would have been near where Kilo was sitting.
Okay. Of course, like, once this, rather in-depth conversation takes place, and Xanatos kind of recovers a little bit more of his faculties, eats some food, gathers a little bit more strength. He kind of like looks at Risen and starts staring at the sword on his hip, on his left hip.
Oh boy.
That is the... He's saying out the word like isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Like, very
Yeah.
intently, like, you know, a nostalgic stare.
You two know each other? I mean, I'm not there.
I... Solana notices his stare, like, that is... yeah.
Xanatos finishes off by saying the full name of the blade and nodding his head, and he looks at all of you and is like, where did you get that?
In the dark.
And he kind of like tips his head, like, he's been out of it for 10 to 12 days, so like everything is like new information. He has not been conscious, alert, aware, and the realization that you guys not only went to the Underdark but found this in the Underdark, like, you can see the genuine surprise on his face, like an expression you guys have never seen him make.
Oh boy.
I'm guessing previous owner.
And Xanatos nods his head and he says, I know every single one of the owners of that blade. Because I was one of the 10 mages that made all 3 of them. And he kind of like turns and just like stares at Risen with like this look of like, I know that you know that I know that you know what that means.
What do I know that means?
Like,
Yo, fuck this. I win the fortune cookie with no fortune.
These people lived a long time.
I've got a piece of paper with a cookie on it.
Be fortunate you have cookie.
I guess.
That's fucking great.
Can I time me walking into the room with him revealing that?
I mean, yeah, considering you went down to chug 3 pints of beer and he's been sitting here eating food and you guys have been like discussing the finer points of magical mathematics.
Alright. I've skipped everything I didn't want to listen to. I'm back. It was Ziggy's plan the entire time to dump the spells and then go get drunk. He didn't expect him to wake up.
It's like, this is the last thing I was expecting. And of course, while you're down there, you know, by the time you get down there to chug your 3 beers, you see that Kalmar has like almost an entire table full of mugs, and she is humming to herself a tune of goblin slaughtering with a great grin on her face.
I'm gonna on my way up. I'm gonna retcon this. I'm going to send a bottle of something to her just to see how that ends up. I don't know, fucking some shit. I don't know what they have.
Gutbuster, just a whole bottle of Gutbuster.
Right?
Do they have that?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll buy her a bottle of Gutbuster.
Okay, deduct 15 gold pieces from yourself because that is a rare and expensive drink.
Alright, that's literally what I'm going to be shopping for is booze.
Amazing.
I need to stockpile.
There is no consciousness survival for Kalmar at this point. She is going to be passed out for the remainder of this session, leading into probably the next one after the consumption of that much Gutbuster.
All right.
Did you have to roll for her?
Considering in her current state of mind she is going to drink the whole bottle, there is no roll that she could make that would succeed.
I just wanted to see if she could.
Oh, don't get me wrong. She successfully drank through the entire bottle. It's just she won't be able to remember what she did.
Dave, I'm sorry.
It's a magic trick of its own.
But why though?
I'm sorry.
What have you done?
I kept going, and I kept going. I kept going. But I think no. Forget the rest of those. Forget all of above.
Oh my god.
Forget all of it. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's a pretty goddamn good one.
Yeah, forget all the other ones. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
He has a serious obsession with balls.
What?
He is a fucking seer, you goddamn animal.
Who has a serious obsession with balls?
The character in this image.
I got rid of the green glow, but I think it's like on the balls, so...
Yeah, you're right though.
Also notice the eyes are glossed over.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alright, I'm done. That's it. I found that one, that's it.
Live.
No, seriously, I'm done. Fuck this.
But yeah, so, Risen and Xanatos just kind of have that, like, stare down moment. And, Risen is definitely recognizing, Xanatos is not full of shit. The sword is confirming it for him, and Sylvana can catch that part of the conversation. Xanatos is not lying. Mm-hmm. So, at least as far as you guys are concerned, that is a pretty concrete confirmation that Xanatos is at least older than 1,500 years.
Did Xanatos use that sword?
No.
No, he's
like
incest.
He is one of the 10 mages that casted the high magic necessary in order to create the 3 blades. But after that, like, little silent exchange between the two of them, Xanatos, just kind of like slowly turns his head back to his food. That it's like, the depths of what needs to be said to Risen from his end of things can wait because this food is still warm and he is hungry. So a decision was made at this point to not pursue that at this point.
Hungry Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
Drax is just going to have been looking between the two, like,
Right. It's like, Dad's awake now and you're in fucking trouble. What did you do?
Right?
But anyway, as far as, like, any further conversation, like, Xanatos is going to be pretty much focused on, like, trying to eat. So, as far as you guys wanting to, like, get your shopping done and, doing your little bit of RPing, as far as, like, philanthropic pursuits.
Oh, there it is.
But I'm going to assume that Sylvana is probably going to stay and continue, like, checking up on Xanatos. If he needs something, go get it, whatever.
Yeah, and also resting while also making Kilo rest.
Yeah. And then, of course, completing her own next long rest over the next 4 hours to cast another Greater Restoration on Risen for the 4th and final one.
Yeah, they'll probably ask Xanatos about that sensation she felt about when casting the fireball.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's probably a conversation better reserved for, like, in between sessions, so that way we don't get too distracted here. We're getting, like, real close to 6 o'clock. I know we kind of got, like, a little bit of a late start, but want to try not to drag it on long like we have the last couple sessions. So, as far as you guys wanting to do like actual technical shopping for your characters, do you guys have stuff in mind that you're looking for?
You already know what I'm looking for.
Well, yeah, you're looking for the returning enchantment.
I have a question more than anything. How do I go about searching booze in this universe?
You can probably use just about any resource that you want to find a particular kind of booze that you're looking for. As far as prices go, let's see if...
What would be some like fancy alcohol in this? Like some top shelf fucking like, I don't know, whiskey equivalent, bourbon equivalent. If there is such a thing in the first place.
I mean, unfortunately, like 5th edition has kind of like really skimmed down on like the specificity behind things.
Fair enough.
As far as like general expenses rules go, like a fine bottle of wine is 10 gold pieces, while a common pitcher would be like 2 silver pieces. A gallon of ale would be 2 silver pieces. A mug would be 4 copper pieces. In terms of like how you want to quantify your quality of meal and quality of stay, you know, it ranges from squalid all the way up to aristocratic, which aristocratic can range from 2 gold pieces up to anything higher than that per day of stay. So, like I said, if you're looking for anything in particular by name, I mean, if you want to do some fishing around for a very particular kind, the most common one that we've been using is the Gutbuster Brew, which is a specific type of...
Yeah, but that's like suffering.
Yes, that is intentional suffering. But that would probably be a reference point of like what would be considered a high quality, particularly from the dwarves. You might actually find like, say, Elvish Fey wine, but that would fall under like a fine bottle of wine for like 10 gold pieces. You know, plus or minus a little bit of variance depending on the region that you're in.
I'll be right back. I gotta help him bringing groceries.
All right.
I'm looking through a list of wine.
That would definitely be something like Savannah would buy.
Well, yeah, she's kind of like developed a small taste for that. one of those small creature comforts that she's like, maybe this isn't so bad.
No. What? No. Don't fucking call. Oh. Wait, what? When did you get those? Dave, I need to do something horrible to Kat.
Oh no.
She apparently bought Reese's Klondikes.
Why?
Gross.
That's a thing?
I've had them. They're disappointing.
Are they really?
In my opinion, it's not like if they're the ones I'm thinking of. It's not like what you would imagine. It's like a thin, you know, Klondike is that thin layer of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like that, and then the peanut butter ice cream.
Really? That's it?
I didn't like it. I thought it was disappointing.
Kind of what I thought it would be.
Hold on, let me fix that horrible English. There. I fixed it.
Okay. So then, all right, Strom and the returning enchantment. Returning weapon. As far as like finding somebody to be able to like actually, you know, do this enchantment, given that Caburiel is currently indisposed at the moment, going through an attunement process, you'll be kind of like stuck looking through the marketplace to see if there's somebody that could potentially, you know, enchant this property onto the weapon. Given the nature of what it is that you're asking for and the simplicity of the enchantment, when you do encounter a vendor that is capable of like doing this enchantment, he kind of looks at you with a bit of a strange look, because it's like you're asking him for a sword to be returning, not like a spear or a hammer or throwing daggers or something like that, but just, you know, the sword. And he's like, yeah, he's kind of scratching his head on that. He's like, I suppose. I mean, it's a simple enchantment. I mean, if you give me a few hours and say 1,500 gold, I can have that enchantment put on there. I don't know how useful it'll be to you unless you're concerned about losing it, but...
I'm gonna link a couple things to you. Or not link, I'm gonna copy paste a couple things to you.
Alright.
Of just various alcohols I've come across on this list of alcohols that I thought sounded interesting.
Those are two things that would probably be available in Luskan.
Okay. And those seem like things you'd find in a like a bottle, so easy to transfer, carry around.
Right, and of course, you know, those would definitely probably follow up in the like fine category. So, you know, they would be 10 gold pieces per bottle.
Okay.
In terms of what they are.
Well. So I'm probably gonna go shit off and depart for a bit.
I mean, we're probably kind of going to like, I mean, in terms of like the rest of the shopping and stuff like that, we can handle that in between sessions, so that way if there's like rolling that needs to be for, you know, checking to see if a thing exists. But basically, like, to kind of get you guys caught up to, you know, wipe through the rest of the time dilation here, assuming that shopping has been completed, whatever the result is going to be, conversations have been completed, whatever the result is going to be there, which, you know, you guys can converse with me in between sessions and we can kind of, you know, answer some of the questions that are going on, as well as rolling for equipment. But basically, once Caburiel confirms to you guys that he is fully attuned to the focus and is ready to begin, and you guys make your way out to the tower. Of course, now Xanatos is able to move on his own. As you guys are making your way there, you get to Closeguard Island, and as the doors are opening, you hear a sound in the distance that sounds like a discordant horn coming from the south. And it's such an unusual noise that it kind of makes you turn your heads and listen towards that direction. And even Caburiel stops and turns and is looking in that distance. And you can hear some shouting from the south gate. And the shouting sounds rather distressed. Camuriel ends up doing a little bit of a... You can tell that he's engaging in some of his mental magic to kind of confirm what his suspicions are. And when he comes back to himself and looks at the both of you, or excuse me, looks at the rest of you, he actually gives you a little bit of an expression that shows concern. One of the first emotions you guys have actually seen on Camuriel's face. And he looks directly at Strom and he says, "Go get Jarlaxle and go to the south gate." He turns and looks at Theris and Mono and Ziggy. "The rest of you, come with me. We need to get started now."
Trackers will probably ask, what is it?
I won't ask anything because I'm just going to read the tone. I'm just going to...
And
I'm going to fall into soldier, basically.
Well, that's probably a really good default because Camuriel looks at Dracus and he says, "Luskan is under siege."
Can it just be that Dracus just turns and goes?
I mean, that's probably a legitimate reaction, but that's like the wrapping point for the session. That it's like,
Basically, his eyes will widen, he'll do a quick nod and just turn around and just go. No words other than go. That's it. Fight. It's not run, it's not fight!
But as I said, for the rest of you that were doing like other shopping and stuff like that, like Joey, I know you were wanting to get those bracers. That's something that, if I get a moment with you where we can do some quick rolling and determine whether or not you can actually locate somebody that has these bracers for you to buy, then...
You still have a pretty good chance with me being along with him.
Right, and that's kind of the impression is that, Strom is going to be there for, beneficial rolling, and hopefully being able to reduce the price of what you're looking for as well.
As well as emotional support if I roll really poorly.
I'm also technically there because I'm shopping with them. This is in the past, technically, right?
Right, this is technically in the past. This is basically what is going to take place prior to this point. It's just I wanted to make sure that you guys were up to the correct point before we ended the session. Because Sean was kind of pestering me about, like, we're only going to go to 6 o'clock, right? I'm like, yes, we will only go to 6 o'clock tonight. I'm not going to, drag this out until, like...
I asked one time. God damn.
Yeah, but you're naggy.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Saggy Naggy over here. Fucking balls hanging down by his ankles.
That's disturbing.
And you were saying it was like 10 goals.
I got 3.
Wait, hold... What? I can say with absolute certainty she has no testicles between her legs to sag down to her knees or her ankles.
I know, but she's zaggy.
Yes.
She's the naggiest. Nag.
My wife got out of bed this morning, hopped on her menstrual cycle, and ran my ass over.
Yes, over.
I love that I made you do a double take.
Like, hold on, wait, what? Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna head out, so you were caught up. Good. I will catch everybody later when I get back.
Okay.
Well, those that are here.
Yeah.
Alright, peace everybody.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Don't break the door, damn it!
Break the door.
Damn it.